Tonight from Citizens Field, it's the Stevenson Septic Tank Services High School Football Game of the Week. The Buchholz Bobcats at home tonight against the Rams from Sarasota Riverview. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Rideout along with Hank Roan, Philip Crutchfield, our executive producer on site, Joy Ramirez producing tonight's game on local radio, 106.9 IM Country, streaming audio online at imcountryradio.com. And, well, at least for now, it looks like we're going to be in pretty good shape, Hank. That wasn't the case last Friday when Gainesville hosted Ocala Vanguard. We thought we were going to play. We did about a 35-minute pregame, and then finally the game got called due to weather, and they ended up playing that game on Saturday, and Gainesville probably wished they hadn't played it at all.
That's true. We got in here, and it was lightning and thundering, and it just kept changing the clock every 30 minutes on us. So excited tonight to be here. Looks like perfect weather for football. It's not too hot. There's a little overcast, and ready to get it started. See some live action.
Looking forward to tonight's game. This is the Santa Fe College pregame show. Think it's too late to go to college this fall? Think again. Santa Fe College has more fall classes beginning September the 19th. Register today at sfcollege.edu/apply. Philip Crutchfield also joining us here in the pregame show. Philip, let's look back at last night. Philip was the former athletic director at Eastside High School, spent 12 years over at Eastside. Your Rams 2-0 for the first time since 2009. Big win last night against Keystone Heights.
They look good. They were the faster team. Quarterback Holden Johnson's four-year starter. Looks like he's grown up.
And a shutout as well, their first shutout in 4 years.
Pitched a shutout. Keystone Heights, they were a physical team, but they are young. So I still feel like the Rams, even with a good win, they've still got some things to prove, especially with Buchholz coming to town next week.
Yeah, that could be a matchup of 2-0 teams. Buchholz has to take care of business first, Hank. Let's talk about the Bobcats. They beat Lake City Columbia last week 31-14. It was just the second win in the last 11 meetings. The Tigers had 4 turnovers in that game. Buchholz was in the 7A state semifinals last year. They've got a lot of talent back, even though they lost some guys from last year. They've got their main trigger man, Creed Whittemore, at quarterback. They've got 2 really good wide receivers in Jakari Kelly and also Jaron Hamilton. And they've got some really good defensive line guys as well.
Yeah, and last week in the mud and, the rain-soaked field, they couldn't really air it out like they wanted to. So I think Creed threw about 14 times in that game, but he completed a very high percentage of 10 for 14. And so tonight I look forward to seeing them air it out a little bit more, open up their offense, get to run their offense. But it tells you the big boys in the trenches can play no matter what, and that's where that game was won Thursday night, was in the trenches with the big guys.
Yeah, no question. Let's take a look at some other games taking place around the area tonight. By the way, the other Thursday night game, Riverside Christian of Trenton, which just went 11-man football this year. Riverside Christian falling on the road last night in Jacksonville to Impact Christian Academy 38-22. But tonight there's a big battle over in Lake Butler, Union County and Columbia. Both those teams are 0-1. One of those teams will be 0-2 after the night is over.
Yeah, that really, to me, is the most interesting game of the weekend of Friday night, just because how many times does 6A, the new subdivisions now, go down and play a 1A rural school?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Does Columbia rebound, after getting, waxed over here in Gainesville, and does Union County come out and try to ball control and just run the clock down a little bit against, a lot bigger and stronger team in Columbia County? So that's definitely an interesting one for sure.
A game that we are supposed to broadcast tonight as part of our audio game of the week at MainStreetDailyNews.com. Dixie County is playing at Trenton. That's another matchup of teams that are looking for their first win. It's also a matchup of first-year head coaches.
Yeah, and, Trenton doesn't lose to Bell very often in the history of their football program. So I think Trenton's, on an uphill climb this year. Dixie, they definitely, with the coach having to leave almost when football season was starting, they bring on a new coach. And, yeah, somebody's going to come out with a win, though. So somebody's going to be very happy tonight when they get done with that game.
Your alma mater could go to 0-2. Gainesville's on the road in Orlando against Bishop Moore.
Yeah, it was a big defensive battle last year, and GHS came out on top. So let's hope they can rebound. I know we might talk about it a little bit later, but GHS having to go in on a Saturday at 11 a.m. and just out of their element of when they played and having to take a home game and go down to Ocala to play. Hopefully they'll rebound, get back with a win, and that always rights that ship.
Just bear with me, folks. Trying to talk Cam Parker through. He's having some internet issues out there at Trenton. Hopefully he'll get that up and running, and you'll be able to tune into their game at 7:15. It's a 7:30 kick for Trenton and Dixie County. You mentioned Bell. They've got to make the trip to Weewha-Hitchcock, but that was a big win for Joey Whittington's team last week against Trenton.
Oh, that's an incredible win. That's a great win for that program. And, and that Panhandle football is just a little different level of football up there, so it'll be interesting to see do they go up there with confidence, or do they go up there a little cocky and have it put to them, but hopefully they'll go up there with the right attitude and just play some good football up there and come out of there with a big win in the Panhandle.
Philip, a couple of games I wanted to ask you about just because you got a chance to see the end of that game that finished, I guess, close to midnight after the weather issues. But Newberry was down a couple of touchdowns to Santa Fe. They were able to rally late and win that game. Newberry is at Fort White tonight, but the Panthers off to a 1-0 start.
I think it's a credit to the coaching staff because they had multiple delays in that game too. Hard to keep the guys focused, but it seemed like Newberry used that delay to come out with a new energy and put it to Santa Fe in that second half. So came back from a big deficit. Santa Fe hit them early, but Newberry was able to overcome the delays, use the delays maybe to their advantage, and pull off a big win.
And, Santa Fe, a new coach this year, played for the last state championship team at Santa Fe. Joe, 1994 state championship team. He'll try to get that first win against Lanier County of Valdosta, Georgia tonight. Or Lakeland, Georgia, I believe, actually.
Lakeland, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Joe Szymanski, he's going to get it going up there. They've put together a really strong staff, in my opinion. Bo Mashburn from Buchholz, Alex DeLeon, who was with me at Eastside, is on the staff. So I think, like I've said in a prior broadcast, that's the key. Get quality people around the young folks. Let them be coached, and over time, the trajectory will be on the up.
Kind of odd that we're still talking about COVID, but PK Young's game, Hank, was canceled or rescheduled, actually, because of COVID-19. They were supposed to play at Hawthorne. I don't know if that's if COVID might be the right word for that matchup. It might be some other kind of sickness, playing against a Hornets team that's going to be really good this year.
Well, that's true, and but right now I know several people in the last. And I haven't been around them, but I know they have come down with this COVID, but it's been no issues health-wise, just getting through like a cold. But at PK Young is on the university's adversary program where they have to follow whatever the University of Florida tells them to do. So it's not like the Alachua County School Board and their protocol. So it's definitely different protocols for PK.
Also, just thinking back to some of those COVID protocols, sometimes it also depends on the position group. If you've got all your linemen out, you've got no choice but to try and move that game just for the safety of the kids, because then you've got kids playing out of positions they've never played before. So there's probably a little more to it than the average fan would know. But I think it's probably delaying the inevitable because Hawthorne's so strong.
All right, we're going to take our first time out here on the Santa Fe College pregame show. When we come back, we're going to switch gears a little bit. We'll talk high school volleyball. Hank Rowan is also the head volleyball coach at Newberry High School. We'll take a look at the early volleyball season and mention a couple of guests that we have coming up on our weekly high school radio show at Sonic Drive-In, which you can listen to every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on 106.9 I Am Country and online at iamcountryradio.com. So a quick break. We'll come back with more from Citizens Field in Gainesville. Looks like we're going to have football tonight. Looking forward to our first radio broadcast of the year. Again, back here to Citizens Field right after this. Welcome back to Citizens Field in Gainesville. Mike Rideout, Hank Roan, our executive producer on site, Philip Crutchfield, is handling the video side of things. Tonight's game also being video streamed on the Prep Zone YouTube channel. Thanks again to Joy Ramirez producing tonight's game on local radio, 106.9 IM Country and online at imcountryradio.com. That's the place to be every Wednesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. for the Prep Zone Sports Show. Join myself and Marty Paulman for the 1 hour show. And coming up on Wednesday, this Wednesday, we'll have the Bell volleyball team on the show. And then the following Wednesday, we'll have Hank Roan and the Newberry volleyball team on our show. And, Coach, let's talk about your team right now. Two out of your last 3 games. So tell us how the season's going for you to date.
Yeah, we're growing. We're a young team. We're kind of rebuilding this year, and just got to receive that ball a little bit better, which we did last night against Live Oak. And Live Oak's got a couple power hitters on her team, and they had a little ball control issue. But it was just a great contest for us. We went up there to their dog pound and came out with a 3-1 victory, and we just got to keep growing from there. So we're excited about next week. We have Dixie County coming up, and then the great program of PK Young. They're young. They got a new coach. Enrique Weissman's out there, and he's a great coach. A lot of volleyball knowledge. Has been around Buchholz, Trenton, done some great things. So we got a pretty good schedule next week coming up.
As I mentioned, Bell will be on our show this coming Wednesday. And how about the Bulldogs in Union County last night? You had a matchup of 5-0 teams, 4-0 teams maybe, going head-to-head, and a big win for Union County.
Yeah, Union probably has the strongest hitter in our 1A area. J.C. Davis can really get up and knock that ball down. But Bell is just so stingy. That's their thing. They just, you hit balls all around them, and they're going to dig them up, and you got to work real hard to get that point. So that doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of our teams are pretty even around here. Probably Williston right now is playing at a little higher level of 1A volleyball, and and that's the special thing about 1A volleyball. You have so many different athletes out there, so it's a little different brand of volleyball, and there's a lot more rallies. Like when Santa Fe High plays, it's going to be just a lot of pass sets and kills. And that's fun to watch also when you have the talent that they have over there. So 1A is a little bit different brand.
And also, I know they're not on the schedule this year, but your alma mater, Gainesville, off to a 5-1 start. They've got a pretty good outside hitter in Mimi Davis, and then also Brooklyn Teeler, who has committed to attend USC.
Yeah, and she's hurt right now, so
wow. Okay,
they're missing. Yeah, they're missing 3 players right now, so she's doing a great job, and I think the head coach is having some health issues right now, so we hope she gets back, hope Chancey gets back and gets well and gets back out there on the court. But, yeah, they've been doing real well. They beat Vanguard, which is always a good program. That's a good win for them. And a lot of our bigger teams, GHS and Santa Fe are going down to play in the Nikes Championship down at Wiregrass, and so there'll be some good competition. If you're around that area and you want to go see some good volleyball,
yes,
that's a great tournament to go to.
A
premier tournament from all over. Yep.
Adams Rib Company has been serving award-winning barbecue for over 16 years. We also provide catering to the Gainesville area with local delivery and setup for all types of events. Visit adamsribco.com. Let's turn our attention now to high school football in our game here tonight. Buchholz at home against the Rams of Sarasota Riverview. One of the key players to watch for this Riverview team is Charles Lester III. He is the number 8 junior in the state of Florida. He has the big boys looking after him. This is a big boy game. In fact, both these teams in the upper classifications last year, Riverview was in the 8A state playoffs. As I mentioned earlier, Buchholz made it all the way to the Class 7A state semifinals, but this kid, Charles Lester III, he's legit.
Yeah, and he's only a junior.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he can do. I know last week they had rain down there, and they got beat 48-0, so they didn't throw the ball as much as they wanted to. But he did come up with 4 receptions for about 40 yards. So let's see what he can do here on dry conditions tonight.
Last week, Buchholz faced Jaden Robinson of Columbia in the secondary. They're going to get tested again by this Charles Lester III, who has, among those looking at him, Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, and Ohio State as a cornerback. He will play on the offensive side of the ball as well. this Riverview team comes in with a record of 0-1. They lost to Seminole last week 48-0. They had a 1-hour rain delay and just had trouble getting the offense going. But as I mentioned, they were in the 8A state playoffs last year. They lost in the region final to Apopka, which ended up losing in the 8A state championship game. So another tough matchup tonight for this Buchholz team. And first time we'll say this, the 4S classification.
4S, yes. And when you think about Seminole, they're the 4M.
Yeah.
So there's your metro versus your suburban. So right now, the coaches and the ADs have it right on how they split this up. So so kudos to those guys to get this thing right maybe now.
Had a chance to talk with Mark Whittemore, the head coach of the Buchholz Bobcats. When we come back after the break, he'll talk about tonight's matchup as well as the win against the Columbia Tigers. They have struggled in that series, winning just the second time in the last 11 meetings against Columbia. We'll take a break, come back with more. You're listening to the Stevenson Septic Tank Services High School Football Game of the Week. This is the Santa Fe College pregame show on 106.9 I Am Country and online at IamCountryRadio.com. I can't. The Buchholz Bobcats are at home against the Rams.
You're not on yet, Mike.
Welcome back to Citizens Field. Tonight, the Buchholz Bobcats are at home against the Rams of Sarasota Riverview. I'm Mike Rada, joined by the head coach of the Bobcats, Mark Whittemore. And, Coach, before we talk about tonight's game, let's look back last Thursday. We didn't even know if we were going to have a game. Phil was in all kind of horrible shape, but still got a football game in, a big win for your football team. Talk about the win against the Columbia Tigers.
Yeah, it was really good for us, obviously. Home opener. Terrific ball club. Columbia has so much tradition. They've actually had our number over the last couple decades. For the most part, we've been able to squeak out 3 or 4 against them, but they've definitely won the series in the last couple decades. So coming out and beating a quality opponent first game was good for us as a ball club, as a program. We had some good individual showings. And really played well as a team in a less than ideal field situation.
Yeah. Creed Whittemore, big game for him. Couple of touchdowns on the ground, had a touchdown pass. How do you feel like he played last week?
I feel like he played really well. Composed himself. Like I said, ball's nasty. A lot of people fumbling the rock. He really did a good job of protecting it. Did have a pick there at the end of the first half, but it wasn't really that big of a miscue. I just thought he handled himself and played with a lot of composure.
It helps having Jaron Hamilton coming over from PK Young, but talk a little bit about Jakari Kelly. He had a 59-yard touchdown run call back last week. Phenomenal player, good in the return game. What type of player is he?
Well, he's one of the best football players we've had here at Buchholz. He's got all the tools and really helps us on both sides of the ball. So, yeah, you cannot understate Jakari Kelly's importance to the Buchholz Bobcats and our success really over the last 2 years and into this season. He's a big component and big piece of the puzzle for us.
Another piece of that puzzle is your running back, Quentin Cutler. Averaged 9 yards a carry last year. How do you think he played last Thursday?
I thought he played terrific. He it was a yeoman's effort for him. They've got a really, really big athletic defense. He's a smaller individual, but just knifes up in there. Uniform dirty as all get out, and just a real workman's attitude. But he's liable to break it at any time. So Quentin Cutler, another very important piece of our offense.
I know we often talk about Gavin Hill and Kendall Jackson, and rightfully so. They could both end up a UF, but we singled out Thomas Weinhardt in the postgame last week. He had a sack for you. What does he mean to this club?
Well, he brings a lot of savvy and speed off the edge. He's actually a below 4'7" kid at 220 pounds, so he's a different.
All right, we'll have to come back to that. We're starting early. Here's the return for Buchholz. They won the toss, elected to receive, and on the return all the way down the left sidelines and into the end zone is the Bobcats' Jaron Hamilton. Our apologies, folks. They have started this game 5 minutes early. We still had one more commercial break to get to, but how about that for a start, Hank?
Oh, that was awesome. They set that up to the left side of the field, and 22 made the cut. Made 2 guys miss, and then broke the kicker's tackle, and he headed to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Let's see. I didn't see exactly where he caught that ball. It was just inside the 10, I believe.
Right around the 11-yard line.
Yeah, we'll say 89-yard kickoff return to start the game. Jaron Hamilton has an offer from Alabama. And he has returned the opening kick. 89 yards to give Buchholz an early lead with 11:41 to play in the opening quarter. Here's Russo to try the extra point. And the kick is on its way, and the kick certainly long enough. The kick hits the scoreboard. The kick is good. So Buchholz with a 7-0 lead here in the opening quarter, just 19 seconds in.
Yeah, that was a great, just a great return. They set that ball, to run it to the left hash. They kicked it down to their left hash. We returned it left at Buchholz, and there was only 2 defenders on this side, and there was three Buchholz. They blocked him. He broke 1 tackle and headed to the house. And if this thing comes down to a field goal, that kid had a pretty strong leg right there. He hit it. I've never seen one hit the scoreboard that almost went over the scoreboard.
Let's see if we squeeze in the rest of this interview. We'll make good on our radio spots in just a moment.
Creature in a lot of ways from our other guys who are a little bit bigger and taller. But so he does a great job at the bandit position for us. He's a linebacker type body coming off the edge. So it's a good wrinkle for us.
Just a few more questions for Mark Whittemore, head coach of the Buchholz Bobcats, again at home tonight to take on the Rams of Sarasota Riverview. Last week we saw Jaden Robinson, who's headed to UF. Tonight we'll see this kid Charles Lester III. Your impressions of him? We'll get his thoughts in just a moment. Here comes the kick. It's a short end-over kick. It's going to be fielded inside the 30 as the catch was made by Luke Petita, the tight end, at the 28-yard line. So 11:38 to play in the opening quarter, just underway, but Buchholz already on the scoreboard, out in front 7-0 as the kick was returned. The opening kick was returned by Jaron Hamilton, 89 yards unofficially for the score.
Yeah, Buchholz just lined up and just did a little sky kick and worked out perfect. 28-yard line, Sarasota.
Ball spotted on the near hash. Riverview moving from our left to our right here in the opening quarter of play. Out of the pistol formation, Jeremiah Dawson, big quarterback. In fact, they got some size on this team. The handoff is to Scooter Trotman running left. He's across the 30 up to the 33-yard line, but we were noticing this in the pregame, Hank. Dawson, the quarterback, is 6'4", 205. The kicker is 6'4". The tight end who just caught that ball on the kickoff is 6'5".
Yeah, they are big, and they're.
I said it was big school football, and I wasn't lying, was I?
No, and they got 2 300-pounders on the offensive line.
4 receivers set. Pass out in the right flat is caught by Marshall Thompson. He tries to turn it upfield. Does get a couple of yards as he crosses the 35 up to the 37. Very close to a first down, but it looks like it's going to be about a yard, maybe even a half a yard shy. Let's see where they officially put it down. It's going to be right at the 37. So it's third down, less than a yard needed for the Rams.
Yeah, that's 2 plays, and they're averaging about 4.5 yards. That's what you want, short down and distance.
And they will run the football between the tackles for the first down. DJ Johnson, sophomore running back, carries it out across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. 10:32 remaining in the opening quarter. Buchholz with a 7-0 lead, returning the opening kick for the score.
Yeah, Sarasota's running a no-huddle offense, keeping them off balance right now. They're going fast on the snap count, so Buchholz can't move around and do their stunts. They got caught on that first drive, that first play, stunting late.
Another run play. Running left is Johnson, and this time he's wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 11 came in. Kyle Neighbors made a great hit. They kept good containment on the outside and just pushed him out, and you're not going to outrun Buchholz.
No gain on the play. We'll bring up second down and 10. Ball spotted on the far hash.
Well, I'm still waiting to see him air it out a little bit. When 17 was warming up earlier, he was throwing a really nice deep ball.
He'll work with a receiver to either side. Actually, they'll have a slot receiver to his right. That is Wachowski, junior wide receiver. So 2 receivers to his right, 1 receiver to his left, 1 in the backfield, and he does throw it, but high and through the hands of Charles Lester III, who we mentioned, currently the number 8 junior in Florida by 24/7 Sports, but Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, they like him as a cornerback.
Yeah, I want to see how he does on defense also, but he was wide open over there, and the quarterback just turned overthrew the ball, and Buchholz has them 3rd and 10 now.
3rd and 10. They're going to run the football, but Buchholz is right there. Thomas Weinhardt, who had a sack last week against Columbia, makes the stop behind the line of scrimmage. A loss back to the 38-yard line, and it will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they stunted in. They put Gavin Hill. They ran him to the outside, stunted 15 to the inside, and he just was free just to make a an easy tackle in the backfield. So great call by the Buchholz defense right there.
Back to punt it away for Riverview is Nick Delfa. But it's a fake, and they didn't get it or was it fumbled?
It was fumbled. The center looked like the grass just grabbed the ball. The ball went nowhere. It went 1 yard. I've never seen that before on a snap for a punter.
And Weinhardt recovered.
Yeah, so Buchholz now, they're in there, and Sarasota's at the 37 yards to pay dirt. So let's see what they come out and do after a turnover. I like to throw it down the field a little bit when you get a turnover. Let's see what they draw up here for the Buchholz offense.
So first down and 10 at the 36. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. Bobcats up 7, 8:37 to play in the opening quarter. Creed Whittemore will work with an empty set, although he does have kind of a wing back off to his right. And on the end around, it's Kelly running left. Now he tries a reverse field, running back to the right, all the way back to midfield. And he's going to go down around the 47-yard line as the tackle was made by DeMarcus Abner to throw him for a big loss.
Yeah, Sarasota sniffed that out. They held their contain, and they were trying to run a little reverse around the left side, and they contained it real well, and then they stayed disciplined and made the tackle for about a 12-yard, 15-yard loss.
So all the way back to their own 46-yard line. Second down and long. Whittemore with an empty set. He's got 5 receivers, 3 out to the left, 2 to his right. He looks left, going to lob it left side for Hamilton, and in double coverage, the ball a little bit short and incomplete at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he underthrew that ball. They had great coverage. They were double coverage, and Jaron Hamilton trying to run just a post pattern to the goal post, and they layered it out, but he left it a little short.
Third down and long. Clock stopped with 7:49 to play in the opening quarter. Auto ER is proud to be the area's leader in auto repair and maintenance and partner of the Florida Gators. Auto for the life of your car. Third down and long. Whittemore to throw across the middle, too high over the head of Kelly inside the 30-yard line. It will bring up fourth down, and Buchholz will have to punt it away. Let's finish up that interview with Mark Whittemore. His next question was about Charles Lester III, the number 8 junior in the state of Florida for Riverview.
He's long, he's athletic, he's a 5-star recruit. Those don't come along often. So, it's rare that you get a chance to match up against a 5-star. There's only 20 of them out there. Yeah. So he's impressive offensively and defensively, rangy, a lot of ball skills, as you can well imagine, and speed to burn.
All right. Fair catch called for and grabbed inside the 15. Once again, Mark Whittemore, the head coach of the Buchholz Bobcats. Usually there's a story how a game like this comes about. Sarasota Riverview, how did they end up on the schedule? They were in the 8A state playoffs last year. It's another tough opponent tonight. Yeah, well, their coach played at UCF as well, so we have some connections there. They were a good ball club last year and expected to be pretty good this year. So, finding opponents sometimes is difficult, Mike. People that want to play, and so we had to kind of reach out far and wide. They were in the same situation, so we'll do a home and away. Should be a good little series. On first down, pump fake to the right side, and then just a throwaway by Dawson, the quarterback. Charles Lester III was on the near side, but Buchholz had it read perfectly, Hank. Yeah, they sure did out there, and Gavin Hill got some pressure. He stunned it around the outside, and 17, the quarterback, Jeremiah Dawson, saw him coming and threw it away. 7:34 to play opening quarter. Buchholz with a 7-0 lead, returning the opening kick. Jaron Hamilton took it to the house for the early 7-0 lead as a run play on second down, but there's not much room over on that left side. A gain of just a couple. Yeah, they stunned it upside there, and they held their ground, and number looks like 21, Aiden Steiner, ran up for about a one yard gain. Steiner, a senior, he'll line up in the backfield off the right shoulder of Dodson, who has two receivers to his right, one to his left. He rolls to his right, looking downfield, and throws it over the head of his intended receiver around the 35-yard line. Pass was intended for Bradley Weller, junior wide receiver. Incomplete. It will bring up fourth down as the clock stops with 6:57 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Amari Shepard had that guy blanketed. Great coverage by Buchholz. They rolled out Dawson, which we've noticed that in film from them playing Seminole last week. They will roll this quarterback out and just try to get away from that pressure, and there was nobody open. Great defense by Buchholz.
Back to receive the punt for Buchholz. Jakari Kelly and Quentin Cutler, they're both on the midfield strike. So the Bobcats look to have excellent field position as the punter will get it away from near the goal line. Kind of a wobbly kick. Caught at the 49 of Buchholz. Kelly running right to the 45. Now reverses field all the way back to the 45 of Buchholz. Back to the 40, and then finally takes a knee. Boy, that was disaster there. Kelly was putting, well, we do have a flag on the play up around the 40-yard line, but Kelly, it's a good thing he went down. Who knows how far back he would have gone.
Yeah, he was actually returned it for about 8 or 9 yards if he'd have just kept going. You know, I know the coaches will watch that film and get on him about, you know, you don't reverse your field, especially when you're playing great teams like this that have the contain, and they contained it, and that's why he kept going backwards. All
right, so we'll check the penalty. 6:38 to play opening quarter, 7-0 Buchholz.
Well, it's going to be a penalty against Buchholz, so it's going to back him up even farther.
They'll put it down at the 25-yard line. Kelly was second on the team last year with 33 catches for 476 yards, 7 touchdowns. He runs a 10.8 in the 100-meter.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. They'll get him the ball more. Water break.
All right, so let's finish up that interview here with Mark Whittemore. Again, we started 5 minutes early, and we will catch up on our station breaks as well. Weather-wise, looks like we may get lucky tonight.
Hoping so. That was my prayer today. So really trusting that I tell you that you can't get cooler temperatures this time of year. It's 79 degrees and just gorgeous out here.
And, Coach, final question for you. In order for the Bobcats to get out of here with a win tonight, what do you think has to happen?
We need to do a great job of being efficient. We need to, mind our P's and Q's with the football, make sure that we don't give Riverview chances. They have a pretty explosive offense, and we need to make sure that we possess the football. That's a big part of our success tonight.
All right, Mark, thanks for the time. Good to see you again. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Once again, that's Mark Whittemore, head coach of the Buchholz Bobcats. His team up 7 with 6:38 to play in the opening quarter here at Citizens Field. Just happy to be playing football tonight. Man in motion to the far side. That was James Williams, but Buchholz actually ran the football straight ahead and fumbled the ball at the 30-yard line, and it looks like the Rams have come away with it.
Yeah, first turnover of the game, and the line just opened up a huge hole, and he made a cut to the right, and somebody stripped him of the ball, and now it's Riverview's ball going in from the 30-yard line.
Rams with excellent field position.
Yeah, the turnovers are a huge deal in football, which we all know. So let's see if the Buchholz Bobcats defense can stiffen up and not let them get past this 30-yard line. I'm just so impressed with how big these offensive linemen are on both sides of the ball. It's just unbelievable.
On first down, they look to throw, and the pass out left side by Dawson is caught by Lester. Lester then turns it upfield, and he's got a first down as he takes the ball inside the 20.
Yeah, he ran just a little sit-down route out to the outside. The quarterback had good timing with that ball, and he made a miss and turned it into a first down and got about 15 yards on that play.
So down to the 15 from the far hash on first down. They'll run it straight ahead, and Johnson barreling his way down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. It will be first down and goal for Riverview.
Yeah, those big linemen from Riverview just sealed everybody off, made some great blocks, and just a huge hole for Scooter to run down inside the 5-yard line now, so it's 1st and goal.
Is caught for a touchdown. Our apologies, we got disconnected on our radio broadcast, but a touchdown pass in the left corner is caught by Charles Lester III.
Yeah, that was a one-on-one, just the routine fade route in the back of the end zone. Lester went up, out-jumped Buchholz, and touchdown. Great throw by Dawson, the quarterback, number 17. It was just one-on-one coverage out there, and the 5-star recruit definitely won that battle.
Just bear with us, folks, those of you watching the game, as the kick is blocked. The extra point is blocked by Buchholz.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what number that is. He came through.
Is that Kelly? It looks like it might be Jakari Kelly.
Yeah, he looks like number 9. Yeah, he came through there untouched and easy block. So they keep the lead 7-6.
5:29 to play in the first quarter. But a big play, a turnover, leads to points.
Yeah, that's a win for Riverview right there. They got the turnover. They went right down the field in 3 plays, and great catch by Lester, then a great run by Trotman, and then throw it in the end zone to Lester, touchdown. So it's time for Buchholz to respond here. Let's see if maybe they can run back another kick.
I don't know that they'll kick it to Hamilton again.
Nope.
In fact, it's a short kick. It's going to be grabbed and fumbled at the 30-yard line, but picked up by Buchholz and returned up to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. They're not going to – I don't think Buchholz is going to punt to Lester either. We'll see how that goes in the kicking game. That could be the deciding factor in this game is special teams. So we'll keep a lookout on that because it's definitely 3 phases in a game. So Buchholz is coming back out. Just big linemen. Look at that, 77. Perry Sylvester, 275. Brady Barnes, number 74, 293. So let's see if they can open some holes for us.
Whittemore with 3 receivers out to his left. Instead, will throw to the right side, and a diving catch is caught at the 46-yard line of Buchholz over on the far sideline.
Yeah, R.J. Livingston just ran a great route. Creed threw a back shoulder throw. Only person to catch it was him, and he made a great catch and first down Bobcats.
Livingston just a freshman.
Just a freshman. 6 foot 180.
Still got time to grow.
Yes, he does. Get in that weight room.
First down and 10, 5 minutes to play opening quarter from the 46-yard line of Buchholz. Far hash. Whittemore going to hand the football off. Running right is Quentin Cutler on the right sideline as he breaks a tackle and takes it into the secondary inside the 40-yard line for a Buchholz first down. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, they handed off to go off tackle, and there wasn't anything there. And Cutler cut to the right. Hit speed, got him outside, and just what a great run to get down there for another 15, 18-yard run.
Cutler had 18 carries for 66 yards against Columbia last Thursday.
He's off to a great start right now.
2 receivers to either side for Whittemore, who takes his snap and has time in the pocket, throws across the middle. A sliding catch made inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And pass caught across the middle. Looks Kelly?
Yeah, I think that's Kelly. And
kind of has that jersey rolled up.
Yeah, he just went in there. They were running a zone defense, and he set in underneath the zone, and Creed just made a great throw right over the middle, wide open, and first down Buchholz.
You can see it clearly on the backside, but the front side sometimes a little tougher to read.
Yep.
Rolled up there. Hamilton, the near side receiver, after another first down for Buchholz. Whittemore looks to throw again. Here comes some pressure, but they set up the screen. Caught at the 25, running left is Cutler. Cutler inside the 15, down to the 10. Actually, they'll mark him down at the 11-yard line, but that's another Buchholz first down.
Yeah, great play call there. They set him up. They let him come in. Creed made a nice little throw to 10. He was wide open and just made a couple moves, juked out a couple linebackers and got down inside the 10, well, right at the 10-yard line now. So might have a chance for a first down.
Yeah, they can get down to the 1, pick up another first down. Cutler, the lone setback off to the right, but instead it's a pass to Kelly to the right side. Kelly looking for room, but there's nothing there. Well, he reverses his field again, and here he comes all the way back at the 25.
Oh, good
he
block.
gets a good block. He's to the 20, spins away down to the 23-yard line. But, again, boy, Kelly needs to go north and south.
Oh, I think that was Creed, the quarterback. I think he knocked his shoulder out. Or finger. Yeah, he did something to his finger over here. He's on the sideline. He made that crackback block. They're going to have to throw a quarterback in. Who's coming in at quarterback now?
That's not going to be good. They may have to call timeout here. They do.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. We're going to try and catch up on our commercial breaks. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in 60 seconds right here on 106.9 I Am Country and online at iamcountryradio.com. For Quentin Cutler, incomplete pass, but Cutler should have been 6.
Yeah, that should have been. He actually had great coverage from Riverview, but Whittemore just threw that ball in there perfectly and should have been a touchdown, but let's see if we can come back and get some points out of this. Third, they still can get a first down on about the 4-inch line is what it looks like to me.
Couple of score updates. Oak Hall leads Bishop Snyder of Jacksonville 21-6, 10:45 play in the second quarter. Thanks to Scott Lapierre for that update. And from Griffin Full, he's live from Trenton High School. Dixie County has jumped out to a 7-0 lead against Trenton. They're having some issues with their broadcast there. Whittemore takes a snap, rolls to his right, still looking downfield, fires it towards the end zone, and it is incomplete out of the end zone. Cutler was there.
Yeah, Cutler and looks like Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
And they bumped into each other on that.
Kelly's slow to get up, but he is on his feet.
Yeah, Riverview had a good rush on there. They pushed Whittemore out of the pocket, and he was on the run, and he threw a pass that only his guys could keep, but I saw it coming because Kelly was coming from the left to right in the end zone, and Cutler was coming straight down the field and threw it right to both of them.
All right, so it's going to be a field goal attempt, 4th down coming up for Buchholz as Reed Rousseau, who had a 27-yard field goal last week against Columbia, will attempt a 33-yard field goal from the near hash. 2:35 to play in the first quarter. There's the snap. The kick is on the way. The kick, a line drive kick, is through the upright.
Yeah, that was got lucky on that one. He didn't hit it where he wanted to in the sweet spot, but he's got a strong leg, and it went over about 2 foot over the crossbars to get in for 3. So 10-6 Bobcats.
2:27 to play in the opening quarter.
Also just got a score. Santa Fe and Lakeland's tied 7-7.
Okay. Joe Szymanski again looking for his first win as head coach of the Santa Fe Raiders. B&D Electric is the area's premier electrician. From outlet installs to electrical safety, inspections, and backup power solutions. Trust the professionals at B&D Electric. Our next broadcast of high school football on the radio and video is coming up next Friday night. We'll be back here at Citizens Field. Buchholz and Eastside, and if the Bobcats win this one, Hank, I know you'll join me next week. We would have a matchup of 2-0 teams.
Oh, the Gainesville rivalry is just some of the funnest games to play in. When you play Eastside and GHS and Buchholz, get those guys, just throw out the records.
Yes.
It's always a battle.
Russo set to kick off from the 40-yard line. Lester back deep, but it's we'll go to Lester back at the 6-yard line, middle of the field, across the 20 and across the 25. He's dropped at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, number 16 right there, Collins Dunmore with a great tackle right there. No, 17. I'm sorry, 17. Matthew Cade. Great open field tackle there to hold him. Tackling a 5-star guy is pretty good.
Here's some names you may know. A couple of alums, former Gators, alums for this Riverview team, Hank. Larry Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Played for the Gators in 1990. He went to Riverview.
Okay.
And then Todd Johnson.
Okay.
He played in 98, also with the Chicago Bears.
That's right. Oh, a little option.
They run a little option, and the pitch back, a little bit of a gain running right. See, I missed the number there. That's, I think, Johnson. It is, yes, DJ Johnson on the carry that time.
Yeah, Jamari Reese just had great containment there. He sniffed it out. I think the option was a little too close, so it made it easier play for Buchholz, but what a great tackle there.
Johnson again gets the call. He's running straight ahead between the tackles. He takes it up to the 30, maybe the 31, depending on the spot. 1:43 and counting in the opening quarter. Buchholz with a 10-6 lead.
Yeah, nice run there to the left side. The lineman at Sarasota Riverview just kind of held their own there, and they double-teamed Hill, and the linebacker stepped in and made a good tackle there.
Big third down play coming up. They need to get it up to the 37-yard line to pick up a first down from the 30. Maybe the 31, just shy of the 31. A little shoulder fake, left side pass by Dawson, overthrows everybody. The only player closest to it was Donnie Hebert, who had 5 picks last year for the Bobcats, but even he couldn't get to it at midfield.
No, they had 2 wheel routes going on, and everything was covered up pretty good, and he just threw that ball away. I probably would have tried to dump it into that big tight end that's 6'5", 245. He had him with a little seam, but good pressure by the defensive line of Buchholz to make him get rid of the ball.
So the Rams will punt. The punt will come from inside the 20. And once again, it's Kelly and Cutler back for the Bobcats, standing inside the 40-yard line. Buchholz coming after it a little bit, but the punt is away. High kick that's going to bounce at the 49 of Buchholz and roll inside the 45. It will be down at the 41-yard line with 57.5 seconds to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, great pressure there by the Buchholz defense. They made him kick across his body, and he ended up with a 28-yard punt. So that's what you want. You want to put the pressure on the punter so he doesn't hit his moon ball, and he just has to try to get rid of it, which worked out great for the Bobcats there.
Coming up following conclusion of our game, we'll be announcing our Sonic Drive-In Player of the Game. Elevate your taste buds with the all-new Sonic Chop House Cheeseburger. Decadently layered with crispy onion strings and a creamy Chop House Iola for a limited time only on Sonic. I don't write these, by the way.
That was a good one.
That was. They like to do the tongue twisters.
There you go. There you go.
So the Bobcats from the near hash, moving right to left with a 4-point lead. Going to run the football with Cutler. Breaking tackles across the midfield stripe, near sideline, inside the 45, and dropped at the 42.
Oh, man, the offensive line there just did some great blocking, got him to the second level. He made a move to the left, got outside, and picked up about 18 yards.
Nice run there on first down. So they move the sticks, 38 seconds to play in the quarter. Whittemore gets him lined up quickly. He's got 3 receivers out to his right side. Cutler, the lone setback, off to his left. Hamilton, the near side receiver. Rams with a 4-man front. Play action. Pass left side, caught by Hamilton inside the 40. Fighting for your yardage, but he's wrapped up immediately by Lester after making the catch. That's a good matchup, and we talked about the fact that, both those guys are going to be playing big-time Division I football.
Yeah, these guys might be playing against each other for the next 3 or 4 years, but you're right. They're just on an island by themselves. Hester's one-on-one with him. They made a little stop route out there to the left. Creed made a great pass, but Lester won the battle on the tackle, only about a 3-yard gain.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. 10-6 Buchholz. Back to Citizens Field right after this. As we're quickly back to action, boy, these teams don't mess around. They get no huddle offense, and we started 5 minutes early. No way that was a 1-minute break in between quarters, Hank.
No, that was not a 1-minute break. I barely could answer one text, so that, And but what a great play there. They opened up, just for a quarterback run up the middle. They faked to Cutler coming across the side and just first down.
All right, sorry about that, Joy. Thanks for being patient with us. We do have a video audience as well. So Cutler going to get the handoff, little shake and bake move at the line of scrimmage. He squirts through, but maybe only a couple of yards as he takes it inside the 30. Looks like they'll put him down around the 29, maybe the 28. Let's see with the forward progress. But it will be up second down for the Bobcats. They lead at 10-6.
Yeah, he did that all on his own. And for a little guy like that, with all that speed, he made one good move. And so he was going forward, which was good, but the Riverview stuffed that play right at the line of scrimmage.
Hank's got an update from Lake Butler after this play. Whittemore works from the pistol. 2 receivers to either side. Play action, fakes the handoff, lobs it down the left sidelines into the end zone, and the pass is caught for the score by Jaron Hamilton.
Yeah, that was just a one-on-one great play action fake. Throw the ball up. 2 great athletes going after each other, and Hamilton won that battle on that play right there. Just great throw and catch.
A lot of offense in this first half.
Oh, this has been a great game. Just only 1 turnover and one. I would guess that 1 punt that just might as well be a turnover because it only snapped 1 yard. So here we go, going for the extra point.
10:40 to play in the second quarter. Whittemore will hold. Russo to kick. There's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is certainly long enough as it's out of the ballpark here.
And it's no good. They called it no good.
Wow, he pushed it off to the right.
Yeah, wide right.
He kicked it out of Citizens Field,
he
but
did.
You got to kick it through that upright thing there.
I hope my car's safe over there. So, but yeah, he does have a strong leg, but you got to get it through the post. So that kind of gets us back even now with their missed extra point and Bobcats missed extra point. So we'll see if that has any bearing on the end of the game.
First touchdown pass of the night for Whittemore. He had 3 touchdowns last week, 2 on the ground, including a 66-yard touchdown run. Also had 1 through the air.
Yeah, I tell you, man, it's just so much fun just to watch these 2 great athletes just battle against each other on on the outside. They're on the island by themselves, and so Hamilton has 2 catches and 1 touchdown right now, and on the other side, Lester has his touchdown. So playing both ways. So we'll see if that has any effect later on in the game.
Quality Plumbing, serving the community for almost 4 decades with expert service for all of your plumbing needs. Their name says it all, Quality Plumbing.
Well, let's see if they kick it away from Lester again here.
Russo from the 40-yard line. And it is a short end-over-end kick, and it's going to go out of bounds on the near sideline at the 25-yard line. Buchholz with a 16-6 lead with 10:40 to play in the first half. Good crowd, by the way. We haven't really mentioned the crowd on the Buchholz side. It's kind of a sparse crowd that made the trip from Sarasota, but I would imagine we'll have an even bigger crowd next Friday. We mentioned Buchholz and Eastside coming up next week. Eastside is 2-0 for the first time since 2009. And if Buchholz wins tonight, we'll have a matchup of undefeated teams. That's our next radio broadcast next Friday night. By the way, our next audio-only broadcast at MainStreetDailyNews.com will also originate from Trenton. And it will be the Trenton Tigers and the Newberry Panthers.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. We'll see how Newberry does tonight with Fort White. I got some of my volleyball girls at the game. I told them to update us. We'll see how they're doing out there at Fort White. But yeah, anytime it's an intercity rivalry with Gainesville, any Gainesville teams, it'll be a whole different crowd on the other side, on both sides of this. It'll be a packed house for sure. But we got an exciting matchup going on right now. We'll see if Riverview can answer now, because they just went.
There wasn't a penalty, was there? That, or maybe the ball went out of bounds, at where they're placing it down 10 yards up the field. I thought it went out of bounds where they threw the flag at the 25, but they start from the 35.
Right.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's standard.
Standard,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. First football game I've seen in a while. I take that back. First one I've called in a while. I did see one last night, and we have a flag on a run play here.
Yeah, that was a great run by DJ Johnson, number 8, which you said we might see him tonight. A sophomore, 5'10", 170. He only carried the ball one time against Seminole, but he made a nice little cut. But Holding's going to call it back, and that great run is now going to be negated. So it's going to be first and about 18, 19 yards, because I think it was on about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, so all the way back to the 25.
Yeah. So 15.
Second quarter underway in Trenton, and Dixie County leading at 14-0. Both those teams looking for their first win. Pass out in the right flat. It's caught by Lester. Turns it upfield and takes it to the 30-yard line over on the far sideline.
Yeah, that was just an easy swing out pass. Get it to your best athlete, see what he can do with it, and he got about 5 yards on that play. Great tackle out there. Good containment by the Bobcats.
Lester last week in the 48-0 loss to Seminole had 4 catches for 39 yards. Second and long. They need to reach the 45 to pick up a first down. There's the snap, but under pressure is Dawson, and he is going to be gang tackled. A couple of Bobcats back there to make the stop. Among those on the stop was Robert Saunders.
Yeah, they just came untouched. Nobody blocked them, and they came in and had looks like number 15, and also in there on the Thomas Reinhardt. It was a half sack by both of them. They just came rushing in. The quarterback had nowhere to go. Just had to take the sack.
All the way back to the 20-yard line. Third down and long. They need 25 to pick up the first down. 9:22 to play in the opening half. 16-6 Buchholz. Dawson steps up in the pocket, launches it downfield as he's hit as he releases the football. It's incomplete. Overthrows his intended receivers by a good 10 yards plus. He's back up on his feet, but he took a shot.
Thomas Reinhardt just came in out of nowhere. He set, and then came in. The quarterback stepped up, and he came right at him, made a great lick, and made him overthrow everybody. But that quarterback definitely has an arm because he threw that one about 55 yards in the air.
So another opportunity for the Bobcats as they'll have excellent field position.
Yeah, the Bobcats line and linebackers are doing a great job right now.
Punt comes from the 10-yard line. Good punt, though. It bounces at the 50, takes a Rams roll down to the 45-yard line of Buchholz. So with an even 9 minutes to play in the first half, the Bobcats get it back up 10, 16-6 in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was Creed back there fielding that punt. Usually you don't see a quarterback fielding a punt.
No, we saw him last week against Columbia, and he got shaken up on the play. Of course, the field was in horrible field playing conditions.
Yeah, and
that was a big scare when he went down trying to field a punt.
Yeah, he's already hurt his hand on a crackback block earlier in the game, and went to the sidelines, got it fixed, and he's back in. And since then, he's thrown the ball really, really well.
Whittemore works with an empty set from the far hash, 45-yard line of Buchholz. Whittemore takes a snap, in trouble, rolling to his right, back at the 35, fires it out to the right side. The pass, a diving catch made by Jaron Hamilton. He came back to the football and grabbed it at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great cut. He came back to the quarterback just like great wide receivers do. He was running a post. He had his man beat. Creed got under pressure, made a great move to get outside the pocket, and this made a great pass, and what a great route to come back to your quarterback by Hamilton.
Excuse me, Hank. Bronson is playing Brantford tonight, and C.J. Gish of Main Street Daily News lets me know it's all Brantford, 36-0, 1:34 left in the opening quarter.
Oh, wow.
A quarterback keeper. Whittemore runs it straight ahead, and he's down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, number 10 right there, Henry Figaligo, just made a great, just got upfield, put the pressure on him, and there was nowhere to go at all. So the defensive line won that battle.
O'Call now 35-6 lead against Bishop Snyder of Jacksonville.
Yeah, that Bronson game, I guess that's a woodshed game there. That's no fun.
Russell Hawley stepping down before the season began, actually back in the spring. Here's Whittemore taking the snap, throwing it quickly across the middle, and a diving attempt. It may have been caught. However, Livingston took a shot.
Yeah, Tristan Parson came up and just laid the wood on him right there, and Creed kind of lobbed that ball in there with all those defenders back there. So just lucky it wasn't intercepted also, but great play by 13 just to try to get in that ball, but great stick by number 3, Tristan Parsons.
All right, so 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Bobcats. Ball spotted on the near hash. 2 receivers to either side. Whittemore out of the pistol. Takes a snap. Going to throw it left side to Hamilton. Hamilton makes the catch, but then goes down at the 36-yard line. Maybe a half a yard on the play, but it will bring up 4th down. Let's see what the Bobcats do here. Looks like they're going to send in the punt team.
Yeah, the Trotman came up, made just a great one-on-one tackle. They just try to do a little flip underneath to Hamilton, let our best athlete try to make a play, and Troutman, who's a good athlete on his own right, Scuda, made just a great open field tackle right there.
All right, so Russo in to punt, standing at the 48-yard line. Back to receive the kick is Charles Lester III at his own 10-yard line.
Yeah,
whistle blows. So we have a flag on the play.
Yeah, offsides, encroachment, Sarasota Riverview. So that's good. Now what do we do?
Yeah, now you got a chance to think about it here. Will the offense go back on the field? Here comes Whittemore. So the offense will return to the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They need about 3 to pick up the 1st down, but a big mistake there by the Rams.
Yeah, Buchholz just lined up. They were kind of standing straight up. Had a hard count where everybody just dropped their elbows to their knee, and it made Riverview jump offside. So great call by the coach there.
Actually, it looks like it's going to be 4 yards needed. It was 9 needed on that 4th down play. 4th down and 4 at the 36. Ball spotted in the middle of the field at the Rams' 36-yard line with 6:56 to play in the second quarter. Whittemore again will work out of the pistol formation. The near side receiver is R.J. Livingston. That's who he's looking for. Lobs it down the right sideline, incomplete at the goal line.
Yeah, great coverage there by Riverview. They had that snuffed out. But, you know, you got one shot at it. Still, your defense is playing great. I like the call. And, you know, let's see the Bobcats defense come out and see if they can stop Riverview and don't give them any momentum off that play.
I think Whittemore was confused. The way he was acting, Hank, after that incomplete pass, he stayed on the field, then kind of put his hands up. I think he thought that it was a first down on the penalty. He maybe didn't realize that they only had one play.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He did go for all the marbles there and didn't get it, so maybe he didn't know what down it was.
Well, it's a turnover on downs. The ball back to Riverview.
69 yards from pay dirt.
The lone setback is DJ Johnson. But it's going to be a pass play. Tipped at the line of scrimmage and almost intercepted by Kendall Jackson.
Yeah, he was right there. I mean, he would have walked into the end zone if he would have intercepted that. Just great pressure going in there for the right side of that Bobcats defensive line.
Jackson does have an offer from the Gators on the table. Gavin Hill is a UF commit. He wears number 6. Hill is the number 54 senior in Florida. Jackson is the number 68 junior. Second down and 10 for the Rams. And they'll go back to the run. Running it is DJ Johnson off right tackle across the 35. He'll carry it up to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about 3.
Yeah, they just off tackle run, just straight up run. They good seal at the line of scrimmage by the right tackle. And then the running back just pulled a few linebackers with him for about an 8-yard gain.
From the 37-yard line, ball spotted in the middle of the field. And we got movement on the left side of the offensive line. It's going to be a false start against the Rams.
Yeah, I think Buchholz is playing a pretty clean game right now. I don't think there's a penalty on Buchholz yet. So Riverview just hurting themselves, just mental mistakes. You know, that's all that is a mental mistake. So they go from third and 3 to 3rd and 8.
Thinking graduation, thinking car for your kid? Go to the experts at Select Motor Car right here in Gainesville. Dawson takes a snap and rolls to his right, in trouble, and he gets tripped up back at the 26-yard line. Open field tackle made by Aiden DeHoyas.
Yeah, Aiden DeHoyas had great contain. He came up, made a great tackle. Riverview will roll out. So Bobcats had that sniffed out. Great tackle. 4th down, have to punt again. And Whittemore's back deep again for the punt.
Update from Lake Butler into the first quarter. Columbia 14, Union County 7. One of those teams will get their first win of the season. This punt inside the 40, and it's going to roll down at the Buchholz 36-yard line, maybe the 35 here.
Yeah, about a
5:17 to play.
Yeah, about a 45-yard punt. Great hang time. Buchholz probably should have fair caught the last 2, but they didn't. But the ball hadn't rolled too far, so they've been lucky that the ball's only rolled about 2 or 3 yards.
First half action from Citizens Field. Buchholz with a 16-6 lead. Also Mayo Lafayette leading Taylor County 6-0 after 1 quarter of play.
Yeah, just what a great night for football, Mike. Just about 78 degrees, 77 degrees, you know, nice overcast skies, no rain yet.
That's the main thing is the no rain.
Oh, man, it's just what a great time of year. I just love this time of year. High school football starting off, college football's underway.
Only problem is I don't know if we're going to be as lucky tomorrow for the Gator game.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going, so we'll see if I change my mind. I'm getting older now where I'm like going, TV might be good if it's pouring down rain. But I'm excited because I haven't been to a game since 2019.
13-0 North Marion on top of Dunella. 9:15 to play in the second quarter there.
Yeah, North Marion's going to be tough to beat in that district with East Side and Santa Fe.
We'll see Santa Fe and North Marion. That's part of our radio game of the week coming up in a couple of weeks. That's a big district game in Alachua. 5:17 to play first half. Buchholz 16, Riverview 6. And the Bobcats offense back out on the field. Whittemore with 3 receivers out to the right, but he's going to hand it off to Cutler. Cutler hit at the line of scrimmage, though, and he goes down. He was tackled by Dante Abner.
Yeah, Dante Abner just threw the offensive lineman, the center, to the side and just stuck his ground and just made a great tackle for a loss there for Riverview.
Abner's 6 foot 250.
Oh, I like that number, 6 foot 250. I like it.
So no gain, second down and 10. Ball near the far hash mark. Buchholz moving left to right. Bobcats looking to move to 2-0 on the season. I'll go back to the run play again, and squirting through was Cutler. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he picked up additional yardage and goes down to the 40.
Yeah, they had that stuffed out really well, and he broke the tackles. To be a little guy like that, it's just amazing that he got through, and he got those last 3 yards all on his own, run after contact. You know, that's what it's all about, being a running back.
Little is right, 5'8", 155.
They got him split out now in the slot.
Whittemore from the pistol. Goes with a hard count, but Riverview not buying it. There's the snap. Whittemore looks right, rolls to his right as he's in trouble, reverses back to his left and throws to the left, but over the intended receiver's hands at the 40-yard line. It was intended for Kevin Bradley, the fullback, but it's incomplete, and it will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, great pressure by both ends on the Riverview side. They held him, contained him, because that's what you have to do with Creed. You don't want to let him get outside and then get one-on-one, and you know, he has to make one move, and he can take off with that run also. So they did a great job containing him. He overthrew Kevin Bradley.
Update from Nicholas Anschultz. Chiefland with a 12-0 lead against West Oaks Academy of Orlando. The Indians had a really nice year, running all the way to the 1A state semifinals. I say run because they've got some talented running backs. Flag is thrown as the ball is punted. It bounces at the 30 and takes a Buchholz roll inside the 20 and will be down at the 17. But the flag is all the way back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 42-yard punt, no return. That's just a great punt and great coverage by the Bobcats.
False start against the Bobcats.
So let's see. This is their first penalty of the night, I believe. So let's see if they would have been at about the 17-yard line. So let's see what this 5-yard penalty, or do they take it? I would make them repunt it.
Repunt it, yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, because it took a Buchholz roll. Yeah, they're going to send them back. 3:38 to play first half. Buchholz will have to punt it again, up 10. Mike Rideout, along with Hank Roll and Philip Crutchfield, our executive producer on site for our video broadcast. You're listening to tonight's game on 106.9 I Am Country. We're streaming audio as well online at iamcountryradio.com. This is technically our second football game of the year, but our first one, Mother Nature won that one, as that Gainesville Vanguard game was moved to Saturday morning. Plus, they played it in Ocala Booster Stadium instead of here at Citizens Field.
Yeah, I guess something going on with Pop Warner football.
Yep.
So they had to go to Ocala, and it didn't work out well for GHS. There's a couple of their players ended up getting some heat exhaustion down there. So Sarasota called a timeout. I don't know why you call a timeout after a penalty, but they didn't like what they saw, you know.
Electronics World in Gainesville, or is Gainesville's source for entertainment like TVs and home theaters, whole home audio, automated smart home, and surveillance solutions. Visit electronicsworld.net. Thanks to all of our sponsors of high school football on the radio. This is the Stevenson Septic Tank Services High School Game of the Week. Buchholz returned the opening kick for a touchdown. Jaron Hamilton put the Bobcats on the board just 19 seconds in. Jeremiah Dawson completed a 3-yard touchdown pass to Charles Lester III. But the extra point was blocked. It was 7-6, so we have not been tied other than 0-0 in this one. Here comes the punt. Kicked away from the 25-yard line, but a good punt. It bounces inside the 35. They'll have better field position because of it. The ball goes out of bounds on the far sideline. They'll have it up near the 35-yard line instead of back where they were. So a good thing they took the penalty.
Yeah, that's a 17-yard difference right there for a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So that drives the coaches nuts when that happens. But the Buchholz Bobcats defense have been just playing stellar. I don't think there's been a first down in the last 3 or 4 drives with Sarasota Riverview. They just really stepped up their game. They've called some good stunts up front and just keep pressuring them. And but I think Sarasota is going to start running the ball more.
The lone setback, DJ Johnson off the left side of Dawson, their big, tall, 6'4" quarterback. He hands it off, but there's no running for Johnson as he's met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Bobcats. But among those to make the stop for Buchholz that time was Reese, Jamarin Reese.
Yeah, they just nobody blocked. It looked like there was no blocking because there was 4 Bobcats as they handed off the ball to Trotman there. So now they brought in a new running back, 21. Let's see if they can do anything different here.
He's lined up on the right side. That was a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11. Dawson rather. Little shake and bake move. He's going to keep it himself, but there's no running room on the left side. 3rd down, no gain on the play.
No, Buchholz came with an outside linebacker blitz there, run blitz, and they snuffed that out. They knew what they were doing. The scouting report was good right there because the defensive coordinator just made a great call right there, and they stuffed it for no gain.
3rd down and about 10.5 needed for the first down. 2:22 remaining here in the first half, but the whistle has been blown. Play has been stopped.
Something to do with the clock.
Let's bring in Philip Crutchfield for a quick update.
Looked like his helmet came off, and the Buchholz coaches were protesting that he needed to leave the game, and the head ref said that he had it forced off, so he didn't have to exit the game.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Philip. 3rd down and 11. Pass out to the left side. Well out of bounds, into and out of the hands of Wotropski, but he was a good 3 or 4 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, Kendall Jackson and Reese just put the pressure on the quarterback. He had nowhere to go but just to get rid of it as fast as he could, and, of course, he threw it out of bounds. So another great stand by the Buchholz Bobcats defense, and still has Creed back here returning the punt. So let's see if they ever do anything with him.
All right, just to let our producer back at Radio Controls, Joy Ramirez, let her know that we'll catch up on our breaks that we missed to start the game coming up at the half. They started the game 5 minutes early. I'm all for starting early so you can finish early maybe, but not when you're on a timed run sheet. This punt is going to be downed at the 46-yard line of Buchholz. So again, the Bobcats, they've had excellent field position tonight, Hank.
Yeah, the Riverview punter's just taking way too long to get it off. They're getting in there, putting pressure on him. He mishit this for about a 22-yard punt. So great call by the Bobcats again. Great special teams, and right now this is what's keeping Buchholz in this game, and they're fixing to do something with this great field position because they have definitely won the battle of field position this whole second quarter.
Not only is Hank Rowland the head volleyball coach at Newberry High School, but he's also a former Gator punter. What were those days like?
Oh, they were. I mean, it's just being a kid growing up in Gainesville, having the opportunity to play for the Gators is just a dream come true.
2:03 left in the half. Whittemore takes the snap, looks right, throws out to the right side, and he underthrows it. In fact, it could have been intercepted if he had put a little bit more on it, as Eugene Hicks was the closest player to it, junior defensive back for the Rams.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a wide receiver running too deep of a route because he threw it at about the 10-yard mark, the first down mark, and the wide receiver went a little deep, about 14 yards. So still three wide out. 22's out there by himself.
But it's a run play between the tackles and some room in the secondary for Cutler. Left side, 35-30 and out of bounds on the far sideline at the 29 of the Rams.
Yeah, Brian Rosenberg just made a great block right there on that linebacker to seal him off, and Cutler just made a cut to the left, and it was daylight. There was nobody else out there. Hamilton made a great block. The college scouts will love to see that because they like their wide receivers to block at the next level. Made a great block out there to spring me for about another 8 yards.
1:48 left in the half. From the 29-yard line, far hash. Whittemore takes his snap, hands the football off, but it's like he ran into a brick wall as Cutler ran straight ahead and then bounced backwards and fell down.
Yeah, they were trying to run a tackle trap to this side, and the tackle was a little bit late getting there, and he was so quick he didn't wait on his block and ran into his left tackle who was pulling to the right side, and so that ended up with a 3-yard loss for the Bobcats.
Still time, but the clock is ticking. 1:20 left in the half. Whittemore with 3 receivers to his right. Rams with 4 men on the line of scrimmage. Whittemore takes a snap, rolls to his right. Under pressure, looking downfield. Going to keep it. 35-30, 25 and out of bounds here on the near sideline at the 23-yard line.
Well, that's what I said earlier tonight. They've been containing. They let him get outside containment there. Now he can run through, and he's a threat running the ball. But he did have 13 wide open in the middle. He just didn't see him. He's 13, who is a freshman. Livingston set down perfectly like he should have, but he still picked up about 10 yards there on that run.
And last year, Whittemore averaged 7.06 yards per carry. That was on 107 carries, so he's got some wheels on him.
Yes, he definitely does. That's why he's going to UF. That's speed right there.
Yep. Whittemore out of the pistol, takes a snap, looking, throwing. Across the middle, caught by the freshman Livingston inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. That's good enough for a Buchholz first down. They'll stop the clock as they move the chains. 58 seconds left. Actually, they started the clock before the chains were set up. It's rolling right now, and they don't even have the chain set up yet.
Yeah, that's not right.
No.
It should have stopped the clock, but just a great route. I'm just so impressed with this freshman right now, catching the ball.
Yeah.
Good turnaround. He hit him, and it was great coverage by Riverview.
Kevin Bradley, the fullback in the backfield, but Whittemore looks to throw. Rolls to his left. He was looking to his right. Now he throws left in the end zone, and the pass is knocked down or dropped in the left corner of the end zone. The pass was intended for James Williams.
Yeah, I think James was out of bounds. I think Lester won that battle, kind of get him out of bounds, but there you go, and they got Creed outside. He actually could have ran that ball for about 10 yards. There was nobody out there, and he decided he pointed to his receiver to go deep and try to throw it deep in the end zone.
And that's the thing that makes this team so tough, Hank, the fact that, they've got some weapons and receivers, but Whittemore, with the ability to run the football, you gotta be honest.
You have to keep your contained. The left tackle, number 7, Dylan Lord, just made a great hook block and kept his block where Creed could get outside.
Empty set. Whittemore takes the snap. He's pressured again, rolls to his right, going to keep it 25-20, 15 out of bounds inside the 15 as he kind of tippy-toes his way on the sideline down to the 13-yard line. That stops the clock with 23 seconds to play, but it does bring up 4th down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they blitz that inside backer up the middle. Forced Creed to roll out, but still, like the defense end, did not keep his contained. Let him get outside for about a 4-yard gain, but it's 3rd down, and I
like
can't
about
see that.
7 needed for the first down. Scoreboard has 3rd and 3, but that's not right.
No. And they still have 2 timeouts left, so let's see what they do here.
Cutler in motion from the right to the left side. Whittemore takes
wide
the
open.
snap, looks left, fires it into the end zone. Receiver wide open, and it's caught for the score. James Williams hauls it in. Touchdown, Buchholz.
Oh, what a great route. He was so, as soon as he made the break to the corner, just running a corner route, and he was wide open. Creed saw it, made a great throw, great catch, touchdown Bobcats. I'll tell you what, this offensive line is just doing a great job right now up front. There's a little bit of pressure, but you know what? You give Creed a little bit of pressure, he can still get outside and make plays.
16 seconds left in the half, and they throw a fake on them. The pass left side is caught for the 2-point conversion. Hank, explain what happened there.
Well, they lined up all the offensive line on the right side. They've done it all night. You just have the center, the quarterback, and they split out number 25, who is
the kicker.
The
Russo.
Kicker, Russo, was out there. So hey, this makes the kicker that's the funnest play for a punter or kicker right there. Nobody covered him because he's a kicker. Easy throw, easy catch, 2-point conversion. Just great deal. But now all the teams are going to be ready for that coming through. They got it done tonight. They'll see it on film the rest of the way, and he won't have that easy of a catch next time. But
I mean, wide open on the play.
Wide open. Surprised he didn't get a little. He did a little showboating over there. But I mean, come on, it's a kicker. How many times did he get a 2-pointer or touchdown?
Right.
So I'm glad the referees let him have a little fun, man. That shows that these guys are doing a good job. In fact, I think the refs are doing a hell of a job tonight. They're doing a great job. They're letting them play. You know, it's been a clean game. Just the obvious penalties is all we've seen tonight.
All right, the ball will be kicked from the 40-yard line with just 16 seconds to play in the half. Buchholz with a 24-6 lead. And the short end-over-end kick is going to be grabbed at the 28 over on the far sideline. The return across the 30 up to the 32, but defended by Donnie Hebert as he slings the return man down to the ground with 9.7 seconds to play.
Yeah, he made a first great hit, and they kind of stalemated each other, but then Donnie came up and finished the job, and great tackle, little sky kick, keep it away from Lester. And 9.7, I see him probably down on this ball, and we're going to go into halftime.
Yeah, no sense in trying to take a chance here and maybe even turning the ball over. Take a knee and go into the half and figure it out. Rams will get the ball to start the second half. And the snap is to the quarterback, Dawson, who does, in fact, take a knee. That will do it for the first half. Buchholz will head to the locker room with a 24-6 lead. You're listening to the Stevenson Septic Tank Services High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be back right after this on 106.9 IM Country and online at imcountryradio.com. Welcome back to Citizens Field here in Gainesville. Mike Rideout along with Hank Roan, also Philip Crutchfield, who is the executive producer tonight, running the show for our video coverage. Thanks for tuning in to our radio coverage here on 106.9 IM Country and online at imcountryradio.com. 24-6, Buchholz at the half. Let's recap the half. They started this game 5 minutes early, so we were still in our interview with Coach Mark Whittemore, but Jaron Hamilton returned the opening kick, go figure. 19 seconds in, he took it to the house. Unofficially 89 yards. I'll have to double-check after the game, but I'm pretty sure it was right around the 10-yard line. Hank said 89, so that's what I'm going to go with. But Buchholz quickly out of the gate with a 7-0 lead after the extra point. However, the Bobcats did turn the ball over. A fumble that was recovered by the Rams at the Buchholz 30-yard line. That led to Riverview's first points of the night as Jeremiah Dawson connected on a 3-yard touchdown pass to Charles Lester III. And that made it 7-6 as the extra point was blocked with 5:29 to play in the opening quarter. We had ourselves a 1-point game, and early on, Hank, it looked like we might have a ball game.
Yeah, it really did. Both teams were moving the ball up the field. Riverview answered after they ran the opening kickoff back, and they found their 5-star in the cornered end zone. He jumped up, made the catch, and we were sitting here ready for a ball game. But I think Buchholz has kind of dominated since then.
They have. Reed Rousseau kicked a 33-yard field goal with 2:27 to play in the first quarter to make it 10-6. And then Creed Whittemore with the first of 2 touchdown passes. The first one was a 28-yard touchdown pass to Justin Hamilton. That came with 10:40 to play in the second quarter. The point after was certainly kicked long enough, but it was wide right, no good. And that made it 16-6 Bobcats. Whittemore's second touchdown pass was a 13-yard pass to James Williams. That came with 16 seconds left in the half. And then a little trick play on the extra point attempt. They ended up getting their kicker involved.
Yeah, the kicker got to make up his point with his 2-point conversion catch. He was wide open. The Bobcats have run it all night where they line up everybody to the right side of the formation. The center stays and the quarterback. So you got the center and the quarterback in the middle of the field. The kicker spread out left. Everybody out to the right, and they decided not to cover the kicker. Easy throw catch and 2-point conversion. But I tell you what, tonight just watching, Hamilton and Lester go at it, I think right now on that offense-defensive side, I think Hamilton's winning the battle. He went up and had a couple good catches on the out. Lester did make a great tackle on one of them. But both of them do have 1 touchdown apiece. So from stats-wise, it's tied up. But two great athletes we're seeing playing tonight.
Yeah, no question. Charles Lester III, a 5-star player. He's a special player, obviously. I mean, they don't make a whole lot of 5-star players. But when you are getting recruited by the likes of Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, Ohio State, you must be pretty good.
Yeah, and he's only a junior.
Yeah,
so
right.
You're going to see him again next year. They don't leave early out of high school to go to. They might leave early in December, but they don't leave. They don't skip their senior season. So and these two guys are either going to be playing together or playing against each other for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and Jaron Hamilton hasn't made his decision yet. He's got an offer on the table from Nick Saban at Alabama, Michigan. He got offered from the previous Florida coaching staff. I'm not sure if Florida has extended an offer with Coach Napier's staff yet or not, but there's still a whole lot of football left to be played this year. If Hamilton wanted to go to Florida, maybe he could get a look. Yeah,
I would think they'd be knocking down his door right now, but that would be unbelievable if Gavin Hill, Creed Whittemore, Kendall Jackson, Jaron Hamilton. I can't think of any time where one school sent maybe back
Gator guys,
maybe back in the days of Lakeland with the Pouncey twins, right, and the running backs, and then they had a wide receiver. They had 4 or 5 come in from that Lakeland, and that worked out pretty good for Florida.
Oh, yeah, it did. It really did.
So being a Homer Gator, I want all the great athletes, and if they can be hometown guys, that's even more fun to watch.
Our next broadcast of high school football next Friday night from Citizens Field, Buchholz and Eastside. That actually is a 7 o'clock game next Friday night, so our coverage will begin at 6:30 here on the radio next Friday night. Also video at the Prep Zone. Next Friday night, Buchholz at Eastside, our radio game of the week, and our audio-only game of the week at MainStreetDailyNews.com is Newberry at Trenton. Newberry with a win last week. They are playing tonight. By the way, it's which game is that? 20-10.
Newberry.
Newberry. Okay, 20-10. Newberry leading Fort White on the road. And also we got another update from Lake Butler. Union County and Columbia are tied at 14. That's a good one.
That is a good one. I mean, that's impressive. You know, I mean, there's, you know, when you have a school of over 2,000 and a school of 590, you know, you're definitely going to have an advantage of athletes that come out to play. So, yeah, I mean, that's right now a win for Union right now. That might not say, you know, what Columbia's going to do the rest of the year. So
yeah, right.
But we know that Union's talented, you know.
Which was a surprise for them to get beat. Now, University Christian out of Jacksonville, you know, they've been a perennial power in that smaller 2A classification. But looking at the final score and the way it ended up was rather shocking to me. Not so much that Union County lost that game, but they got beat pretty handily.
Yeah, I mean, University Christian might have something special going on over there. So, you know, time will tell, you know, and all this rankings and all that now, you know, I've always wondered, is it, you know, if I play a University Christian, they have a great year, that's probably a good loss for your rankings. But if I go beat somebody like Bronson, you know, 40-0, 50-0, is that better winning versus losing? You know, nobody really knows who is the mastermind behind all this rankings with all our sports now.
Yeah. I can tell you, though, we do rank the top 20 teams across 26 counties. It's the Prep Zone Power Poll. You can find it at both theprepzone.com and also MainStreetDailyNews.com. And Union County receiving one vote. They dropped out of the top 20 after that loss. University Christian, though, still not receiving any votes. Well, actually, excuse me, University Christian moved into the top 20 at number 13. The number one team we're watching tonight, Buchholz, is the number one team in the Prep Zone Power Poll. Trinity Christian of Jacksonville is number 2. They won a state title last year.
Yes, they did, and they have a great program over there, and you know, Jacksonville Bowls, Vanguard, Hawthorne, Bartram Trail. I think, does Buchholz play Bartram Trail this year? I hadn't looked far enough.
They do. Yeah, Buchholz also will play Bowls.
Okay.
At the end of the year,
and that was the one last year they played at the Bradford County College Field out there.
Yep, on Bradford's turf.
Yes.
Field. They're going to play on the turf again. Bowls has a turf field in Jacksonville.
Yes, yeah. Bowls and Episcopal, their schools look like small colleges. So,
yes. Also in the Prep Zone Power Poll, North Marion moved into the top 20 at top 20 at number 14, and North Marion with a 28-0 lead now against Dunellen. So looks like this North Marion team is legit. They won a district championship last year.
Yeah, and you know, Dunellen's been great the last few years too. For them to be up 28-0, I think that says a lot about what North Marion's bringing to the table this year. And you'll probably get to see them live. We might get to see them live playing Santa Fe or Eastside.
Now, Price Harris, who was the Dunellen football coach, is now the Madison County head coach.
That's right. And
Madison County was a winner last week.
Yeah, Madison County is just a juggernaut. You know, I mean, but I tell you what, I was at the game that year. Trenton beat them, and you know, and Trenton didn't have near the. It was like, you know, 50 guys running out versus 28 guys running out. But Trenton's speed got on them. But I'm gonna tell you what, if that ball game would have went 5 quarters, I don't know if Trenton could have held up. But I tell you what, that was a hell of a
Welcome back to Citizens Field. Just a few minutes away from the kickoff of the second half. Riverview will get the ball first. Buchholz won the opening toss and prompted to receive the kick and return it all the way for a touchdown. Jaron Hamilton gave Buchholz a quick 7-0 lead, just 19 seconds into the game. We looked out on the weather. Tampa Jesuit has their kickoff, just to give you an idea what might be happening to the south of us. They've had their kickoff moved to 9:15 tonight.
I don't know how they're going to get that done by midnight.
Yeah.
That's a late kickoff.
I'm just thankful that we don't have any rain here tonight. We've been fortunate.
Yeah, because last week sitting here for an hour, I mean, I had a great time. Just
we did have a good pregame show, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Had a great pregame show, but you want to see the pads hit, you want to see the ball fly, and we got to see it tonight, and it's just a great first half by the Buchholz Bobcats tonight.
Well, tomorrow night, Florida in the Swamp. I wrote an article today about the fact, now that I'm showing my age here a little bit, but interim coaches aside, I've been following the Gators, a fan of the Gators. This will be the 10th Gator coach on the sidelines in Billy Napier since began watching Florida football all the way back to the late 70s. Dickey I don't really remember Coach Dickey. I remember more Charlie Pell, but I did go to a game in 78. I remember Wes Chandler made a catch, and they had the breakaway jerseys, and his jersey got ripped off of him, and he was able to score a touchdown on the play.
Yeah, the tearaway jerseys of the 70s. That's kind of when I remember Pittsburgh coming in playing. That's kind of my first – I was about 10.
Okay.
And I remember that was 70, maybe 76, 77. Pittsburgh came in, and we tied Pittsburgh, and that was right after Dan Marino had graduated. Tony Dorsett had graduated, and I think we tied Pittsburgh that year. So I kind of remember that game. But I do remember the Wishbone. I remember the Wishbone with Earl Carr, Tony Green, Jimmy Fisher. Now I'm telling my age. So but I do remember that. And then I remember Dr. Larry Ochab coming over when 0-10-1 year.
Yeah, they tied Georgia Tech that year, and that's as close as they came to winning a game. And I remember the following year, 1980, I waited outside the locker room, and Chris Collinsworth gave me his wristband.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, he was definitely a player. Everybody doesn't know that he threw a 99-yard touchdown one year.
Pass in Gator football history.
That's right.
But he was a wide receiver. Here comes the kick by Buchholz. It's going to go out of bounds, so the Bobcats with another penalty. Riverview will start from their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, we got to work on our kickoff. Buchholz needs to go back and I know they're trying to kick away. That's kind of tough to do. I'd almost rather just squig kick it down the middle of the field and see what happens that way, or sky kick it to, about the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
But they are trying to keep it away from Lester, which I don't blame them on that.
O'Call now leads Bishop Snyder of Jacksonville 42-12. Thanks to Scott Lapierre for the updates. Riverview down 18, 24-6 as we start the third quarter.
Well, it's always that last 5 minutes of the first half and that first 5 minutes of the second half. So let's see if Buchholz won that last 5 minutes. Let's see who wins this 5 minutes.
A run play to start between the tackles. A little bit, maybe a couple, maybe 3 yards for DJ Johnson.
Yeah, Thomas Weinhardt came in and made a great tackle there. He had a big hole, but the linebacker filled the gap and made a great tackle, and he didn't go anywhere past that. Looks like a long 3.
Second down and 7. Jeremiah Dawson, 6'4", junior quarterback, 6'4", 205. Struggled last week. Hands the football off, but a big defensive play behind the line of scrimmage by Thomas Weinhardt as he throws DJ Johnson for a loss back at the 36.
Yeah, Thomas is just having a great game tonight. I mean, he is all over the place. He's the bandit. He's running in and out in between the tackles, outside the ends, and he picked his gap there. Nobody blocked him. Easy tackle for a 2-yard loss.
He led the team with 10 tackles, including 3 for a loss last week against Columbia. One of those was a sack. Third down and 9 for Riverview. Ball spotted near the far hash. Dawson takes a snap, throws it out to the right side. Pass caught at the 34-yard line, breaking a tackle, but not another. And it's going to leave them short. Let's see who that was. That was actually Johnson over on the far sideline. He was able to get it to the 40, but that's still going to be about 5 yards shy of the first down. They'll have to send out the punt team.
Yeah, and Thomas Whitehart again making an open field tackle, but number 0, Amari Shepard, came in with great pressure on a backside blitz, hit the quarterback. That quarterback's taking a beating.
Delphal will kick it away from the 30-yard line. It's a good high spiraling kick. Going to bounce at the Buchholz 26-yard line. It will be down at the 25.
Oh, my goodness. He shouldn't have caught that ball. That ball was going to bounce another 5 or 8 yards down there, but just a great high kick. They just got away from it and flipped the field on the Bobcats. So this is probably the worst field position they've had.
That's true.
Of the game.
Mike Rideout along with Hank Roan. Hank will join me next week for Buchholz and Eastside. 7 o'clock kick next week, so we'll be on the air at 6:30 with our pregame coverage. 6:30 next Friday night. High school football back here at Citizens Field. Eastside a winner last night, 2-0 for the first time since 2009. Check out my recap of the game last night and my recap of the game tonight at MainStreetDailyNews.com. 10-11 to play, start of the second half. Whittemore going to call his own number, gets into the secondary, 40, 45, cuts right to the 50, still on his feet, stiff arms his way, inside the 40, and he's down at the 36-yard line. No flags on the play. We talked about the wheels, and he showed them right there.
Oh, man, he was tackled in the backfield. They had him tackled, and he broke the tackle and just took off, outran everybody else, made a cut back to the right, and picked up a big gain. Now they got the ball on the 35-yard line going in. Just great run by Creed there.
Stops the clock with 9:59 to play in the third quarter. So the Bobcats on the move again. First down from the near hash at the 35 of the Rams. It's Rams and Bobcats tonight, week 2 of the high school football season. Whittemore from the pistol, hands the football off. Cutler, the ball carrier, kind of wiggle his way through down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, just straight up, handoff up the middle. Just kind of stalemated there with the line, the big guys versus the big guys. About a half-yard gain, so second and about a long 9. Yeah, that's just some – look at the lineman there for Henry. He's about 270 there. And the other guy is about 255, 260. So that's some man-on-man there.
Again, pistol formation. Whittemore, quick snap and throw out to the right side. Caught by James Williams near sideline. He's inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, just a little quick out right there. He hit him right when he turned. James made a great cut to gain about an extra 5 yards. So good run after contact there.
3rd down and 2 for the Bobcats. Ball just outside the 25-yard line. From the near hash, Cutler the lone setback off the left shoulder of Whittemore. He works with 3 receivers to his right side. Whittemore takes a snap, hands it off to Cutler, running between the tackles. He's inside the 25. Ooh. And then got driven back. Let's see where his forward progress. Looks like it's going to be the 24. Should be. It's definitely enough for a first down, or should be enough, I would think.
Yeah, it's definitely a first down. Yeah, they were trying to run the trap to the right side, and Cutler cut back to the left and just all power, that 155-pound frame, just muscled his way in there and got the first down. Just great run and great effort by Cutler.
All right, so the official spot, the 24. Bobcats with 8:14 to play in the third quarter, looking to go up by more. They're up 18. Pass across the middle, caught by Kelly. Breaks a tackle at the 12. Still on his feet, down to the 10. First down and goal for the Bobcats.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to cover Kelly on the inside at slot with a linebacker, and he just made a great cut. Good throw and catch. Great timing route right there. Creed hit him going on the cut. Another first down for the Bobcats.
24-6, Buchholz here in the third quarter. Cutler flanked to the right side in the backfield. Whittemore lining his guys up. Takes a snap, looks right, rolls to his right, throws into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Buchholz. Jakari Kelly with a touchdown grab and a flag throw, maybe some taunting there in the end zone.
Yeah, I tell you what, I can't say enough about this offensive line tonight. They tried to stun inside. The line picked it up, gave him plenty of protection, and hit him in the end zone. Great pass in between two defensive backs. So hopefully this touchdown stands.
Yeah, I think it was maybe taunting by Kelly. He was jawing with a defender.
Yeah, and I think Kelly had some offers from Army, Navy. So must be a real smart kid too, because it even as an athlete, it's not easy to get in those institutions for sure.
Kelly said he was going to make a decision about week 3 or 4. They're not going to go for the fake this time. They've got some guys on both sides of the field as Buchholz lines up most of their guys on the right side, while the kicker, the center, the holder, they're on the left side. And now they'll shift everybody over for the extra point try.
Yeah, they had Lester out there on the kicker. I would definitely take Lester on that.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties for both teams. The penalties will offset, and each player will get their first.
Okay, offsetting penalties. So I think it was went both ways there on that. They were in each other's faces. The extra point try this time is good.
Yeah, and he kicked that one over the fence over there. So I hope some cars are safe back there.
Right. 31-6, Buchholz. You know, this Bobcat offense last year in 11 of their 14 games scored 28 or more points. They scored 31 against Columbia, and they've got 31 tonight, Hank, and we still have a whole fourth quarter to go.
Yeah, I tell you what, too, is these offensive linemen don't get enough credit. They are really playing a great game. They're protecting their quarterback. They're opening holes for their running back. They have Riverview just, dismantled right now because they don't know if they're going to run past what they're going to do. So they're definitely dominating. And like I said, that last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of this second half, Buchholz has just dominated, and we'll see what they come out. Do they come out and just try to slow the game down, Sarasota, or they start airing it out?
Well, they're certainly in some trouble right now, and you have to guard, too, about the possibility of a running clock if Buchholz keeps putting the ball in the end zone. Think it's too late to go to college this fall? Think again. Santa Fe College has more fall classes beginning September the 19th. Register today at sfcollege.edu/apply. Another kick out of bounds, this time on the far sideline. Here's another update from Union County. 20-14 Columbia. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Good battle between the Tigers and the Tigers. They're going to make them re-kick it this time.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, you got nothing to lose. Why get the ball on 35 where maybe you can get a little run and get up around the 40 or 50-yard line, because Riverview hadn't had the field position that Buchholz has had all night. But what a great drive there. They had their worst field position. They went right down the field, had 1 third down, and that was it. And everything else was just like clockwork for the Bobcats. Yeah, and the offensive coordinator's calling just a great plan tonight. He's keeping them off balance, and that's what you want. And like you said, you just can't say enough about these guys right now. And, I mean, this is a really nice-looking team with Sarasota.
Yeah, a team that was in the 8A state playoffs last year. So the kick now from the 35-yard line, and he has to kick it deep and into the hands of Lester, who returns from the 10, 25-30, 35-40 near side, tripped up at the 45, and he goes down at 49. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle by Donnie Hebert. Got him around the shoelaces.
Yeah, that'll be one to remember. He can say in a couple years that, hey, I made a open field tackle on Lester. That's but like I said, why not kick it? I'm surprised Buchholz kicked it to him.
Yeah.
But, that shows you the athleticism of him. He ran that for about 40 yards, and lucky the kicker was there. And what a great tackle, open field tackle from the kicker. Maybe Whittemore has them out there doing tackling drills.
Official spot, the midfield stripe from the 50-yard line. Riverview moving from right to left, down 31-6, 7:07 to play in the third quarter. Pistol formation for Dawson. He takes a snap, hands the football off, and no running room straight ahead for DJ Johnson. Maybe a half a yard, that's it.
Yeah, you had 5 Bobcats on the 50-yard line, and all the white jerseys were on about the 46-yard line, and they blocked nobody. They just let the Bobcats stay right there on line. The running back had nowhere to go. Easy tackle. Great play by the defensive line right there.
All right, we're going to pause for station ID after this play. Second down and 10. There's the snap, and it's going to be a run play between the tackles, DJ Johnson. Let's pause as he takes it down to the 46-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds so our radio station can identify themselves. You're listening to the Stevenson Septic Tank Services High School Football Game of the Week. Under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Third down and 5, maybe 6 actually coming up here for the Rams. They're going to run the football straight ahead, and Johnson is well short. He crossed the 45 down to the 44. Kind of an interesting call there, Hank.
Yeah, I just think they're just trying to run it down, and they can't right now. That Riverview offensive line cannot get any movement on that Buchholz defensive line. Those guys have really stepped up since the second quarter, and the two big DTs are just holding their own right in there. Gavin Hill and Kendall Jackson, they just can't move them off the ball.
All right, so fourth down, they're going to go for it. 4th and 5, and another run play, but this one picks up the first down as Johnson gets into the secondary. He is tackled by Hebert at the Buchholz 35-yard line.
Yeah, Dawson looked like he audibled that. The Bobcats, 2 interior linemen, Hill and Jackson, crashed down on the center, so they were in the A gap and B gap, and left a big hole. So all he had to do was turn the in out. DJ Johnson hit the hole running hard downhill and picked up a nice gain for a Riverview first down.
Timeout for a hydration break. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Buchholz with a 31-6 lead. Reward your graduate with a high-quality, low-mileage, pre-owned vehicle only at Select Motor Cars Gainesville. New inventory arriving daily only at Select Motor Cars on Main Street right here in Gainesville. Don't forget our next broadcast of high school football on the radio 1 week from tonight. Buchholz and Eastside right back here at Citizens Field. 7 o'clock game will be on the air at 6:30 with our pregame coverage.
Yeah, I think Riverview probably should have been doing more running than passing to begin with, just with them big linemen they have up there. Because, again, there's 3 of them that are 6'3", 300, 6'4", 290, 6'4", 300, and then the tight end at 6'5", 245. Just a huge line that right now the Bobcats are dominating them.
First down and 10 for the Rams. Dawson takes the snap, has plenty of time, lobs it down the left sideline, and a leaping catch made. No. Did he hold on to it? It came out. It was into the breadbasket of Lester, but he couldn't hold on to it at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, great coverage there by the Bobcats. They had double coverage on him, but he still, as an athlete, came back to the ball, had a chance, had the ball in his pocket, and just when he hit the ground, it came out. So great throw by Dawson there. Good protection on the offensive line, so they gave him a chance. And but Bobcats came up again with a great play.
4:37 left, third quarter action from Citizens Field. 31-6 Buchholz. Rams with a second down and 10. Dawson from the pistol. Johnson right behind him, and he'll get the handoff running ahead, straight ahead between the tackles, but not much running room again. He's inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Colin I know I don't want to butcher this name, but Collins Nicodome, he just stepped right in and just blew up the running back right there, made a great play. The defensive line kept the garden center away, and it's just like the old Oklahoma drill, man. And he met him. He won that battle. Great tackle by number 5 right there.
So a big 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Riverview Rams. Their quarterback, Dawson, works out of the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to either side. Takes a snap, looking right, in trouble, and he's going to go down. He is sacked back at the 43-yard line, and once again, it's Whitehart with a big play.
Yeah, Weinhardt got in there, and Jackson was right there with him. They just can't block these guys. That was just all speed. Just both of them with great outside moves, got to the quarterback, sacked him for about a 10-yard loss, brings up 4th down.
From the official spot, 42-yard line. They're going to go for it here on 4th down 31-6 as the clock is just a little over 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 4-down territory now for Riverview. Dawson taking the snap, stepping up in the pocket, but he gets hit from behind. He fumbles the football. Buchholz is going to recover at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, again, Kendall Jackson, they just don't have an answer for him tonight. He broke through. They only rushed 3. They dropped 8 back, rushed 3. They still got in and then made a great sack and a fumble, and Buchholz takes over with good field position again at about the 41-yard line.
Aiden DeHoyas with a fumble recovery.
Yeah, he was there at the right time. He might have could have picked that one up, but he did what he's taught to do. Fall on that ball, get it.
So from their own 41-yard line, Buchholz back in business again, up 31-6. Back split as Whittemore takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, going to run it near side to the 45 as he stiff arms his way across the midfield stripe into Rams territory, out of bounds at the 47.
Yeah, just a little pressure from the outside came in. He moved to his right. McGriff made a great seal block for him, and he got outside and did the rest on his own there. Yeah, right now they just don't have an answer for Creed. They can't contain him, and he's doing what he wants to do.
2:51 left in the quarter. Whittemore takes the snap, play action, throws left side, incomplete diving attempt that was a little underthrown, intended for Hamilton at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that might be that finger bothering him a little bit. You know, when he was warming up on the sideline of the second half, he would not catch that ball with that right hand at all. He protected it, and that looked like that might have been a little bit, but he did throw off his back foot trying to throw that pass.
.241 left, third quarter. Bobcats up 25. Looking to go to 2-0 on the season. Whittemore from the pistol formation. 3 receivers to the right. Play action. Actually fakes a handoff. Going to keep it around left end. Spins away from one tackler, but not from another. He is tackled back at the 48, maybe the 49.
Yeah, Dante Abner had a great contain there. They contained him. They had the guys coming in from the inside, and they didn't let him get outside, and they sacked him for a 1-yard loss. That's how you're going to have to play him. You got to have good containment, and you got to be disciplined on that defensive line. You can't run upfield against a guy like him. You got to stay disciplined down the line so you can make that block and beat that block, and then great job by number 7 at Riverview.
3rd down and 11 for the Bobcats from the far hash, moving left to right. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Whittemore in trouble back at the 35, throws it up for grabs, but out of bounds, just trying to get rid of it and avoid the sack.
Yeah, they brought Kyle Neighbors in on a backer blitz there, and nobody picked him up, and they ended up putting pressure on him, and he had to throw the ball away. Actually, that was Aiden Steiner for Riverview coming in on a blitz. So this might be the first punt since the first quarter.
Yeah.
They haven't punted much. Let's see if they punt it to Lester. Or they try to punt it out of bounds.
Lester standing back at the 20-yard line. 1:43 left in the quarter. Fourth down from the 49 of the Rams. Russo standing back inside the 40, around the 39.
Oh, running in late. They didn't have everybody on the line there.
Kendall Jackson in quickly to help block. There's the kick by Russo. Good high kick. Fair catch called for and grabbed at the 20-yard line by Lester.
Yeah, great. I mean, that's the way to do it. You got to punt it high, make him fair catch it. And, but great defensive effort there by Riverview. Make them punt, and Buchholz will be back on defense. But I tell you, I remember one game we were playing Palatka in 1980, and John L. Williams was the kick returner. We lost 14-6, and Mark McGriff was the punter, and they told us during that week, Mark, don't punt anything in the field. Well, Mark shanked 2 into the field, and John L. took both of them to the house, and we lose 14-6 to Palatka,
wow.
1981. But John L. was a heck of a player.
O'Call a winner tonight, 49-12 against Bishop Snyder Jackson. Yes, he was. John L. Williams was pretty good in the orange and blue. Also got a chance to play with Seattle
and the Steelers.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So from the 20-yard line, it's a run play, a gain of a couple around left end.
Yeah, they fumbled the ball forward, so that's how they got their gain. Again, the defensive line there, Gavin Hill just did a great job of blowing up that trap. They were trying to trap him. He wrong-armed it in there and just stuffed the hole, and the linebackers came in and got the ball on the ground and almost got another turnover.
Auto ER is proud to be the area's leader in auto repair and maintenance and partner of the Florida Gators. Auto for the life of your car. Second down and 8 for the Rams. They'll run the football with Johnson. DJ, though, met at the line of scrimmage, and he will lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, Amari Shepard again out there on the tackle, and then just Thomas coming in. Number 15 has been all over the place. I think the Riverview players are going to have nightmares about number 15, but it looks like he's coming out. No, getting the call. So, he just had a great game tonight. Thomas Reinhardt's just having a great game tonight.
No gain on the play, no loss. Third down and 8 for Riverview. Dawson with 2 receivers to his left, but we've got a timeout call by the Rams. That will stop the clock with 32 seconds to play in the third quarter. Buchholz leading at 31-6. Only scoring in the second half was Whittemore's 10-yard touchdown pass to Jakari Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, because the quarter's going fast because Riverview, they're not throwing. They threw one pass down here to Lester. Should have caught it. He didn't. Buchholz made a great play, and they just been running the ball almost like they have the lead. They're maybe they just don't want to get to that running clock, and they're just running the ball. And so we'll see what happens here on 3rd and 8. You think you got to come out and throw the ball a little bit.
Score of interest involving an Ocala team. Niceville 15, Vanguard 7 in the second quarter. Also, Columbia 20, Union County 14. Trinity Catholic, who will play at Gainesville next Thursday night, leading Clearwater Central Catholic 28-21 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's a great game right there. Yeah, what a great game last night with Purdue and Penn State.
Yeah, I watched the end of that one.
Yeah, me too. It was a great finish.
All right, third down and 8 for the Rams. 32 seconds left in the quarter. They send Lester in motion to the near side, but instead it's a pass left side over the head of the intended receiver at the 35-yard line. It would have been good enough for a first down, but the ball well over the head of Luke Petita. They're 6'5" tight end, so if you know he's 6'5", and I told you it's well over his head, you know how badly how poorly that ball was thrown.
Yeah, because I tell you what, on the right side they had 21 wide open on a deep post, and he had his man beat, and he just didn't see him, so he threw it over here to the tight end and overthrew it. So now it's 4th down and punt.
Punt is away.
Blocked.
No, it's blocked. And Buchholz going to fall on it in the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, they're giving it to him. Touchdown.
Ball was recovered by the guy we've been calling quite a bit tonight. Number 15 in the black and gold makes another big defensive play. Thomas Whitehart with the score.
Yeah, I tell you, it takes Riverview, like I said earlier in the broadcast, they're just taking too long to punt. And it was a matter of time before Buchholz got one, and they did. And just special teams has been, they blocked a punt for a touchdown, returned a kick for a touchdown, that made a field goal. So there's 17 points right there from special teams.
20 seconds to play in the third quarter. 37-6 pending the extra point now. Whittemore to hold. There's the snap and Russo's kick. Again, long enough, and the kick is good.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you're clicking on all 3 games, all 3 phases of the game, you're just going to be hard to beat.
We've called Thomas Whitehart's name quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, he's just been all over the place. You know, he's running that bandit, which is, based off of that, looks like they're running like a 3-4-5 type defense, and the bandit's just coming up. He's on the line, he's off the line, he's chasing down, he's going up the middle, and they don't know how to block him. He's just had a great game, and he's only a junior, and he's 6'2", 225. So I tell you what, this might be a film to send off to some of these colleges.
Well, coming up, we'll select our Sonic Drive-In Player of the Game. Elevate your taste buds with the all-new Sonic Chop House Cheeseburger. Decadently layered with crispy onion strings and a creamy Chop House Iola for a limited time only at Sonic.
Might have to go run and get one of them tonight.
Mm-hmm. They're open late. Also, Quality Plumbing, serving the community for almost 4 decades with expert service for all of your plumbing needs. Their name says it all, Quality Plumbing. And another kick out of bounds.
Yeah, I think they're going to be practicing some. That's about the only thing they haven't done well tonight is kick off. So, they're going to make him kick again. That's what I do too, because last time they made him kick again, Lester got the ball all the way up to the 50-yard line, and the kicker had to make the tackle, so 1 tackle away from a touchdown.
20 seconds left in the quarter. Is that a new kicker? By the way, it's 20-17 Columbia at the end of the third quarter. Yeah, we have a new kicker.
Number 80. He's not on my roster.
He's not on mine either.
So here goes number 80.
And he kicks it almost like a side.
Oh, they got it.
Buchholz has recovered. Recovering for the Bobcats is Aiden Brake, just across the midfield stripe in Rams territory.
Yeah, Riverview was right there on the ball. I don't know what they were thinking. Just a mental breakdown by the return team for Riverview and an easy pick. Great little kick by number 80. I wish we knew his name.
Yes. Jay Dunta. All right, thank you.
All right, Jay Dunta with a great kick, and Bobcats start inside their own territory at 48 yards to go.
He's a freshman.
All right. A lot of freshmen in the night, too, with this loaded talent of the Bobcats.
Bobcats with a chance to give them a final dagger here. Kind of put this game on ice. Still with a whole quarter to go. Pass across the middle is caught, and it's Cutler with a catch and run inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, they were in a zone defense, and he just ran right up the gut, turned around at about 5 yards, and caught the ball and ran about 15 on the rest of the way. Just great run, great throw, great run by Cutler.
And that will do it for the third quarter. 38-6. It's all Buchholz in this one. back with the fourth quarter right after this on 106.9 IM Country and online at imcountryradio.com. Moore takes a snap as we start the fourth quarter, and a pass across the middle is almost intercepted at the 15-yard line. It was into the hands of Tristan Parsons, but the defensive back couldn't hold on to it.
No, he threw into double coverage there. They were playing Tampa too deep there, and just he was following the ball. Tristan Parsons made a great play on it. Should have picked it off, but Buchholz lives to fight another down right here.
11:54 to play in the game. A touchdown here. We'll have a running clock for the rest of the game. The mercy rule is 35 points. It's a 32-point lead for the Bobcats. Play action, quick pass out to the right side. It's caught by Hamilton on the far sideline. And Justin, actually, no, it's Livingston. I'm sorry, not Hamilton, as he was able to take it. Let's see we do have a flag. It's going to come back. Never mind.
Offsides on Buchholz. So somebody must have been lined up offsides because I didn't see anybody move.
Turquoise Creek with a 40-14 lead against Matanzas. How about this score? Final score tonight from Orlando. Bishop Moore 49, Gainesville 17.
Yeah, that's just they were decimated by transfers this year and lost some really great players, and they got a few transfers in, but they're a very young team. Some of their skill position kids are freshmen right now. So if they can just keep that group together and get some kind of momentum, midway through the year and pull a couple wins, he might have something special next year. But when you have 2 or 3 freshmen that are actually starting and all that, it's going to be a tough task for GHS this year.
GHS will host Ocala Trinity Catholic next Thursday, and we'll have live video at theprepzone.com and also on our YouTube channel. So the penalty backs the Bobcats up to the 41 of the Rams. Whittemore takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, now runs to right, and it comes back, spins around to his left side, back from his 45-yard line, throws it, and caught by Hamilton at the 22. He cuts right at the 10, and he's in the end zone for the score.
Oh, man, I mean, Creed they had him dead to right there, and he made a move, made a quick cut back, circled around, found Hamilton, made a great move back into the field around the 10-yard line. Great throw across the body, and then Hamilton caught it and ran it in for the rest. Nobody touched him. Touchdown, Buchholz, and then I guess this extra point. Nope.
Yeah, we got a running clock now.
It's a running clock now.
35 points.
So we got a 10-minute, 45-second game left.
(44-6), Buchholz. Russo back in to try the extra point. Lecanto 7-0 lead against Tavares as the extra point is good. So a running clock, a 45-6 lead for Buchholz.
Yeah, I tell you, Creed's played a great game tonight. He has run all over the place. They get a little pressure on him, and he just makes things happen, and that's what you want out of your quarterback. And you know, I just see great things this year for Buchholz. They are just really dominating all three phases.
You know, I know that Anthony Richardson, obviously, you know, he's playing for the Gators. He's a good quarterback, played at Eastside High School, but I'd say Whittemore, he's really something special.
Yeah, I tell you, he really is. He can see. He is, you know, just savvy with his feet. You know, a couple of the runs that when they run just the quarterback draw up the middle, you know, he makes people miss. And then, you know, he broke that one about 50 yards earlier today. So he can run, pass, do it all. And, you know, and he has some special players around him. You know, he really does. And the offensive line has done a good job.
So we'll have a matchup of undefeated teams next Friday. Buchholz and Eastside will both be 2-0 going into that game. That's a 7 o'clock game next Friday night. Our radio game coverage begins at 6:30 on 106.9 IM Country and audio online at imcountryradio.com. We'll also have video via the Prep Zone as well. Looking forward to that one next Friday. We'll just see if this Eastside team is for real.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's don't have to change the names on the scoreboard. It'll be the Bobcats and the Rams again.
Yes, that's right.
But we'll have a little orange and green.
Well, they'll
Rams
flip them. The Rams will be the home team.
Okay,
for whatever that's worth.
That's it.
They both play at Citizens Field, so.
Yeah, but it's just awesome having, you know, Gator Hoskins back at Eastside and you know, a hometown hero coaching them up.
Tyler Jefferson has fumbled for Columbia. It's led to a 12-yard touchdown run by Rayvon Durant. Union County has taken a 24-20 lead with 8:21 to play.
Wow, that's just amazing. You know, it's
maybe that's where we should have been tonight.
I mean, that's a heck of a game right there. And then Tyler Jefferson, I mean, he when they played here, they took him out a few times too. So had Olsman in there.
All right, Rams will begin as that ball was a kind of an onside kick, went out of bounds at the 46-yard line. They'll take it from the spot. And a option play, pitch back, but it's going to be a loss back at the 40-yard line. A host of Bobcats are there to make the stop against Johnson.
Yeah, Aiden DeOyas came in on the outside, great contain. He had the option. You know, when you're running the option, you got to be disciplined. You have your man. You can't take the fake. The inside defensive line, number 40 there, had contain on the quarterback. They read it perfectly in a 6-yard loss. Great play by number 11.
Back to the 40-yard line. 7:03 and counting. Running clock here in the fourth quarter. Gainesville, Buchholz 45. Sarasota Riverview 6. There's the snap. Dawson's pass caught at the 45 by Lester. He turns it upfield, crosses the midfield stripe, and he's out of bounds at the Bobcat 48.
Yeah, they just ran a little out route. Then Lester made a big move to the inside and ended up getting about a 15-yard gain, so it makes it about 3rd and 4. But you can just tell how special that kid is going to be right there, Lester. He's got a lot of good moves, very quick, great route right there.
On 3rd down. Pass left side, incomplete.
Yeah, number 7, Jordan Moore, on great coverage out there, read it perfectly, came up and made the hit, and the throw was a little off.
Into the 3rd quarter, Trenton trailing Dixie County 33-0. So Brock Kennedy going to get his first win as the head coach of the Bears. That's our audio game of the week at MainStreetDailyNews.com. Cam Parker, who's been helping me out with our radio coverage, got bumped up to play-by-play this year. Griffin Fole working the game with him tonight. They're going to punt it away here on 4th down.
Yeah, we have a lot of new faces in there for Buchholz on that defensive line. Nick Clayton at defensive end and made a good play right there, hustling. And we got 24s in there.
Flag thrown, maybe a delay of game here.
Yeah.
But the clock is going to keep running. Game clock.
Yeah, I guess you could delay a game. I don't know what that rule would be. You know, if you keep delay a game and delay a game and delay a game. And
right.
Do they finally stop it to make you punt?
Here comes the punt. A end-over-end punt. Going to bounce at the 40, or excuse me, the 35, 36, and then bounces back a yard to the 37.
17-yard punt, not a very good punt. They didn't pressure him at all, but it's just in the back of his mind now as a punter. He just felt like he had to get it out of there.
So 4.5 minutes to play. Well, the clock has been stopped, so we must have a water break. I don't think anybody called a timeout. I think it's a hydration break.
Yep, you got to have them. We'll see if they put any new players in here for the offense here. See if Creed comes back out there, or they let their freshmen come in and throw the ball around a little bit.
Electronics World is Gainesville's source for entertainment like TVs and home theaters. Whole home audio, automated smart home and surveillance solutions. Visit electronicsworld.net. Adams Ribco has been serving award-winning barbecue for over 16 years. We also provide catering to the Gainesville area with local delivery and setup for all types of events. Visit adamsribco.com.
All right, we got the whole second team in there with Doug Johnson's son, Trace Johnson, coming out to lead the Bobcats in the last 4 minutes of the game here.
Trace just a freshman, 5'11", 157. He's going to hand the football off, but there's no running room straight ahead for Jordan Richardson.
Yeah, 31 came in, made a good tackle there for Adrian Schutz. They have him listed as a kicker, so a kicker just made a tackle for Sarasota Riverview.
After 3, Live Oak Swanee leading Hamilton County 41-0. We'll have a full recap of scores later tonight at MainStreetDailyNews.com. Johnson is going to throw this time, and across the middle, it's caught at the 49-yard line.
Oh, man, what a great pass right there. He threw that on a dime. Great route by number 83, Justin Williams, another freshman to freshman. We're seeing the future.
Yeah, future Bobcats. 3:33 left and counting. From the 49 of Buchholz, first down and 10. Bobcats leading at 45-6 as we wind down this one tonight with a running clock. From the pistol. Going to be a run play straight ahead between the tackles. Richardson, the ball carrier. He's across the midfield stripe down to the 49-yard line of the Rams.
Yeah, nice little block up there. Number 56, just Naz Burney, kind of turned the end out, and he ran up got about a 2-yard gain. Linebacker came in there for Riverview really good and stuck that. The kicker, number 31 again.
Johnson from the pistol. Takes a snap, looks to throw again across the middle into and out of the hands of DJ Hicks, another freshman wide receiver at the 40 of the Rams.
Yeah, I tell you, I think, with that, that 6-quarter rule, this is where it really comes into play great for you. You get the experience under the lights in a varsity game. Some of these kids probably played on the JV game this week, and it's just I love that 6-quarter rule. I mean, I think it's great for high school football.
Stay tuned. The post-game show coming up. We'll have a scoring summary recap. Johnson again out of the pistol. Once again to throw. Across the middle. Caught. Kind of a screen pass. And turning it upfield down the right sideline. That is Hicks again, and the freshman is out of bounds inside the 20, just shy of the 15. 1:37 left in the game. Buchholz in the red zone.
Yeah, they just ran a quick screen there to DJ Hicks, and the lineman made a couple good blocks, and he got to the second level and just took off down the sideline. Great little throw and great run by Hicks.
Out of bounds at the 15. Johnson getting the play call from the sideline. Clock still running, though. 1:10 left.
Yeah, they only got 10 players in, so they're missing one. Oh, they're going to bring in 62. Jeremiah Gongoloff, he's a sophomore, 5'8", 235. Oh, playing him at fullback. H-back.
Yeah. Johnson, another handoff, but this time nothing for Richardson. He's driven back. And I'm not sure if they'll get another play off here. Maybe one more play.
Yeah, it's right under. The game clock's a little ahead of the play clock. So they'll let them, like Spurrier always said, you got to stop them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let these kids play. Keep calling plays. Definitely last play, though.
Yeah, down to 17 seconds on the game clock. Johnson with 3 receivers to his left, 1 receiver to his right. And he hands it off. There's a fumble on the play, and that will do it. Ball game is over. Buchholz is going to move to 2-0. Bobcats get the win at home against Sarasota Riverview by the final score of 45-6. Stay tuned. The postgame show is coming up next right here on 106.9 IM Country and online at imcountryradio.com. Mike Rideout, Hank Roan back here at Citizens Field along with Philip Crutchfield. Final score once again, Buchholz a winner 45-6 against Sarasota Riverview. The Bobcats improved to 2-0. The Rams dropped to 0-2. A pair of 4S teams tonight with our new classification set up this year. But, boy, a convincing win tonight, Hank, for this Buchholz football team.
Yeah, I mean, after the one drive that the Rams had early on in the first quarter, I mean, it was all Bobcats. I mean, every phase of the game, they just look so good. They're so disciplined. You know, they really have some good coaches over there, and they get their guys in position to make plays. And, you know, and Creed is just an unbelievable factor, the way he moves around. You know why. You know, Napier's high on him coming to Florida. I mean, he's going to be fun to watch there the next 3 or 4 years. Now we'll see if he becomes like a Travis McGriff type player once he gets over there, because, you know, Travis was that quarterback that could do everything. And, you know, so Creed's kind of in that same line. So I look forward to seeing him at the next level. But all the defense, and I can't say enough about Thomas Weinhardt. He was just all over the place.
Offense, defense, and special teams. They had the block punt for a touchdown as well. And it only took them 19 seconds to make the first big play in the game. We started the game 5 minutes early, and 19 seconds into the game, Jaron Hamilton took the kickoff back unofficially 89 yards for the score. 11:41 to play in the first quarter. It was 7-0 Buchholz. However, after the Bobcats fumbled, the Rams recovered at the Buchholz 30. A couple of drives later, Riverview got on the scoreboard as Jeremiah Dawson connected on a 3-yard touchdown pass to Charles Lester III. The extra point was blocked, but with 5:29 to play in the first quarter, we thought we might have a game. It was just 7-6. Buchholz's Reed Rousseau kicked a 33-yard field goal with 2:27 to play in the first quarter for a 10-6 lead. And then Whittemore, Creed, you mentioned the play of him tonight. 4 touchdown passes for him. His first one goes 28 yards to Jaron Hamilton. That came with 10:40 to play until halftime. The extra point was no good, but it was 16-6 Bobcats. They would never trail in the game. Whittemore connected with James Williams on a 13-yard touchdown pass, and even a trick play on the 2-point conversion. They got their kicker involved. Rousseau scored the 2-point conversion to make it 24-6 with 16 seconds left in the half. In the second half, Whittemore found Jakari Kelly on a 10-yard touchdown pass. Also, I mentioned the block punt. That led to Thomas Weinhardt recovering in the end zone for a 37-6 lead with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. And then Buchholz adds one more. Whittemore with a 41-yard touchdown pass to Jaron Hamilton. Buchholz a winner tonight. They roll 45-6. We'll come back, tell you about our Sonic Drive-In player of the game, as well as our next broadcast of high school football on the radio. Final score once again, Buchholz 45, Riverview 6. Back with more to wrap it up right after this on 106.9 I Am Country and online at IamCountryRadio.com. Welcome back one final time to Citizens Field, where the Buchholz Bobcats are a winner tonight against Sarasota Riverview, 45-6. Time now to select our Sonic Drive-In Player of the Game. There were lots of candidates tonight, Hank, but we decided to go defense.
Yeah, I mean, Hamilton had 3 touchdowns. Creed had 4 throwing touchdowns. But I tell you what, the guy that we called his name out all night long deserves this, and it comes from the defensive side.
Thomas Weinhardt is our Sonic Drive-In Player of the Game. Well, our next broadcast of high school football on the radio coming up 1 week from tonight. We'll be right back here at Citizens Field for a matchup of city teams who are both 2-0. Buchholz and Eastside, 7 o'clock game next Friday. Our radio coverage begins at 6:30. You can also watch it on the Prep Zone. That's next Friday night, Buchholz and Eastside. Hank, enjoyed it. We got one in tonight. Didn't have to worry about the weather.
Yeah, this is awesome. I enjoyed it, man. I appreciate everything you do for high school sports, man.
Thank you.
You do a great job with writing and doing the radio show, and I look forward to seeing an inner rivalry 2-0. Don't know when the last time Buchholz and Eastside were 2-0, but I know you'll know it when we get back here next week.
It's been well past 2009. I know that much. Thanks again to my broadcast partner tonight, Hank Rohn. Thanks to Philip Crutchfield, our executive producer on site for the video coverage. Also, thanks to Joy Ramirez, our producer for our radio broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed our coverage. Once again, the final score, Buchholz 45, Sarasota Riverview 6. For all of us here at the Prep Zone and 106.9 IM Country, I'm Mike Rideout. Have a safe and enjoyable holiday weekend, folks. We'll see you on Wednesday night, 7 8 p.m. at Sonic Drive-In with the Bell Volleyball team right here on 106.9 IM Country and imcountryradio.com. Good night